Ladies and gentlemen, ẹkún kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ̀ka tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó gbé fún ọwọ́. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a good morning and welcome to the live transmission at 10 minutes past 4 a.m. London. Beautiful weather outside, and it's good to be back again as usual as we continue the campaign, as we continue the education, as we continue to ask questions why we should remain in the entity block called Nigeria. Mo kí yín ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí the diaspora, and also mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọba wa, mo kí gbogbo àwọn ìjòyè, mo kí gbogbo orí adé kọ̀ọ̀kan níbi tí wọ́n ti ń darí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. When do we say enough is enough with the current situation we have in Nigeria? Should we say enough is enough, or should we continue to live in denial and die in silence? Kí la fẹ́ níbẹ̀? Many people say we should not die in silence. That is why some of us are speaking out today. That is why some of us are concerned for the future of the Yoruba people tó ń bẹ nínú Nigeria. Ìdí tí a ṣe ń pariwo lójoojúmọ́, tí a ṣe ń kéde pé ìran Yorùbá must now think about the near future before it is too late. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a tún káàbọ̀ sórí ètò náà. Bí a ti ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, ẹ bá wa sọ fún ẹni tí kò tí mọ̀ pé a ti wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́ pé kó darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Káwọn náà tún wá jàǹfààní ìta tó fẹ́ sọ ní wákàtí. Torí ìta kúkú ń sọ náà, èyí tó máa ṣàǹfààní fún ọmọdé, tó máa ṣàǹfààní fún àgbàlagbà, tó dẹ̀ máa ṣàǹfààní fún generation tí ó wà nínú ẹ̀ àti generation tó ń bọ̀. Ẹ má ẹ̀ ká sọ fún ẹlòmíì pé bí nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí kò kàn wọ́n, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló kàn. Bó ti ṣe kan àwa tá wà nílé, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló kan ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní ìta. Ìdí tí gbogbo wa ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí àwọn ará ilé mọ̀ pé a tún ti wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́. Gbogbo platform wa náà láti ń stream lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 13 minutes past, and we will play our anthem. Àwa máa bá ètò yẹn lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀, àtújọ máa gbé yẹ̀wò, àjọ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́, àjọ wo bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ ní gbogbo àgbáyé, àti pé ìgbà wo gan ni a máa sọ pé enough is enough in this union tí òyìnbó kó papọ̀ ní 1914. Should we continue to maintain it, or should we say enough is enough? And welcome back again to the program. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo ní, at what point ni ọmọ Yorùbá máa sọ pé enough is enough and we can start deliberating about our future in what is known as Nigeria today? When do we say enough is enough, or should we just assume that there will never be enough and we should just continue being part of this contraction that was put together by the British Empire in 1914 to change orúkọ wa, ó change identity wa, wọ́n force wa ká máa jẹ́ ntí àwọn bàbá ńlá wa tí wọ́n jẹ́. Àwọn òyìnbó, a lot of you that are not living in UK, òyìnbó póríṣiríṣi. A ní òyìnbó Eastern European, a dẹ̀ ní àwọn òyìnbó tó ń pera wọn ní Scottish. A Scottish would never want to be known as English because it's two different indigenous people. Ará Wales does not want to be called Scottish because ẹ̀yà wọn ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ará Scotland kò fẹ́ jẹ́ kó pè òun náà ní nǹkan míì. Kí ló wá dé tó jẹ́ pé àwa tí Elédùmarè dá, àwa wá decide pé we would rather be known as orúkọ tí àwọn òyìnbó pè wá, tí wọ́n pè ní Nigeria, Nigeri. Kò sí nǹkankan tó ń jẹ́ Nigeria as at 1913. Tẹ́ bá sọ pé Nigeria, gbogbo tó ń pè Nigeria is less than 108 years old. Mo ṣì ń bọ̀, mo tí ì dé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. ìyẹn máa wáyé ní látọ̀n the 21, the 20, the 21, the 22, 23 and 24 ní ìlú Ìbàdàn ní ìyẹn máa ti wáyé. So if you are opportune pé kẹ́ wà ní Nàìjíríà, ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn. Ìdíje àṣà àti ìṣe ayò ọlọ́pọ́n òun náà máa wáyé. Ijó ìbílẹ̀, ìdíje ẹ̀wà, ìjàkadì, all these will take place just on the 20, but not been, these will happen because I want to be sure. Yes, 21st, 23rd, and the 24th is a 3 days event. So if you're opportune to be part of it, it will be very, very nice. There's also a lot of other events coming up which we like to share with our viewers and listeners so that everybody is aware of all these events. Maybe we should start with this as well. Mumbo. So that is coming up in America. As that is about to happen in America, we also have something happening in London on the December 2nd. ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ appreciate ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. The reason why we take note torí pé tó bá di ọjọ́ ọ̀la, I have a lot of things that I've done in the last 3 years as my own record. A lè ní evidence láti fi kọ ìtàn properly in the job that we have done. Let me first appreciate ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kan tí àjọ wọ boss. Every time I go out, we tend to meet people and people tend to recognize us because kò ń ṣe ghost ni à ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Mo kí ẹ Easy Dollar, mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, mo kí gbogbo yín máa dárúkọ as much as I can see the names. Emma Bino, there is just the washing machine that is making that noise behind. There's nothing I can do to that. It is a weekend and we need to wash all the uniforms, the outfits that you wore for the week. Màá kọ́kọ́ lọ kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi because ẹlòmíì lè rí yàn níta kọ́dẹ̀ ignore wa pé ta lè lé ìgànsẹ̀. But like I always say, gbogbo ẹni tó wà nínú platform kankan, we are streaming on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 8 channels, including the MixLR, making it 9. So we are live on 9 different channels: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and MixLR. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ má bínú pé níjọ́ alẹ́ tí a jọ ríra yẹn later ni mo ṣe ń rí kọ́mẹ́ǹtì yín lẹ́yìn ìgbà tẹ́yìn ti débi iṣẹ́, èmi ṣì wà ní Houston. Ẹ tún béèrè pé ṣé grandma ti wọ train. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi náà ni Ọ̀gbárá ọmọ Sàsán. You might think that most people that comment and watching us are ghosts. They are not. We were together for literally almost an hour. Kódà wọ́n tún bá mi gbé bag. Mo ní ẹ má ṣe wàhálà. Ó ní no Mr. Koiki, ẹ má worry. Mo tún gbàgbé plastic bag ẹ mọ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú. Abá tí ń jáde báyà máa máa di ẹrù táǹkàṣù. I try to put everything inside a bag, but when I don't go out with my backpack, it's always a problem. And you can easily forget something on the bus. Mo ti bọ́lẹ̀ tán lórí bus. I left a plastic bag. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi yẹn ló ní Mr. Koiki ti gbàgbé léyìí. Grandma wa ní ìbáwọn ti sọ fún ẹ pé kó fi sínú box. So mo kí yín dáadáa ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. I know you're working night. Ọlọ́run á dúró tì yín, á wà pẹ̀lú yín. Thank you so much and it was also privilege. I called Igboho, my CSI. I called him on video call. And it's a privilege. In case I meet you as well, and there's a bit of time, yes, I might call Igboho and say, I'm a Yoruba nation, because Igboho does not know everybody, but he knows that he has a lot of love from around the world. And it's because Igboho Wojola. I mean, you got to remember that this man has lost almost everything. He runs a business. The business is almost, we can only give thanks. For 3 years, the federal government, maybe some of you don't know, locked his account. Bí mi ṣe l'account tẹ́mi fi operate, then sanwó síbẹ̀, then she this. Igboho's account has been locked. He cannot use his account because the federal government locked it. The Fulani man, Buhari and Yemi Osibajo. So mo kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ọ̀gbárá Ọlọ́run bá ń dúró tì. Mo wá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ìyàwó Ìyábọ̀ Olúbùnmi Olúwọlé. These are beautiful mothers that have stood with us, even in the midst of Koiki Ole, Okowoje, Oshe this. I'm sure many people now are probably now realizing that some of us are not in need for the money. I had just slept. I slept not too long ago, but when you love what you do, there are some jobs that you love, and there are some jobs you hate. You just wish that you are not in that job, or you're just there because of the money. We are not doing it because of the money. I always say, yes, I mean, we need money. I need money to charge the electricity. I just paid my Sky £53. We need to charge the gas. So, yes, I mean, we need money. I have to pay my house rent. But it is just passion. It is what is inbuilt. That's why I said I'll be different from others. I am the last man standing. I will wake up, and sometimes I might not come out for the whole day. So mo kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ìyá mi Ìyábọ̀ Olúbùnmi Olúwọlé. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo lọ sí ìlú Amẹ́ríkà. Ayọ̀míkún Dámíjù, a brother, you and African Confidential, I appreciate you a lot. Mo wá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí mọ́mí wa Dorcas Kazeem, ọlọ́àbá tì yín, ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ kú àdúró tì wá. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí bàbá wa Gbẹ̀dàmọ́sí Ismaila, thank you so much. Those are the ones I've seen so far on the Facebook. Bàbá wa Sunday Adébánjọ, I didn't miss you. Daddy wa ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa, àwọn bàbá dáadáa. We have some men, real men, they are just waiting. They are waiting for the clarion call. And a clarion call means that what we are doing now, we are waking the minds of people. You know, we are saying things repeatedly, just like bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe ló ń gba sermon in church at the mosque. I mean, I don't come here and condemn religion because I have gone past that stage already. I'm a free thinker. I believe in everything. I don't care whatever you believe in. I believe in everything from Hindu, Buddhism, astrology, atheists. As long as you know that there's something that exists. I have gone past where somebody would say, Muslim nìkan ló máa gbé wa lọ sí heaven. All that, I don't believe in that. I believe in miracle. And I believe in prophecy. And I believe in my own Yoruba tradition. Tá à ń pè ní Ifá. Mo kí bàbá wa Adéwùnmí Adépẹ̀kun. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kẹ́yìn tí ẹ wà lórí YouTube. We've got few people that have joined us on the YouTube. Those that are still awake. Those that probably just got notification. Many people are not getting notification. There's nothing I can do to that. It is beyond my control. That is the job of the social media. Mr. Clef Wallex, thank you so much. Mohammed Shino, I say shout out to you. You also say Yoruba Nation no going back. Mr. Clef says welcome back. And Mr. Ogbara also went to say watching from Canada, Eshegoni Grandma. Thank you so much. Canada is a very cold place, but I pray one day, you know, what I wanted to do before Yoruba Nation, I wanted to be going around the world. But right now, there's some places I might not be able to visit for security reason, especially some part of African countries. But probably Canada, I will visit because I shouldn't be scared of going to Canada, Europe, probably few Asian country. Apart from that, you know, so Mokile and Konsi, Grandma, my auntie, Yeti Queen, Mokino. You might also want to tell us where you're watching from. Let me appreciate you all because look, I can sit here for the next 4 hours. If I don't have anybody to watch it, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. But as long as 1, 2, 3, you know, people coming, sometimes people coming, it's not the kind of taste of what they want to listen to. They walk out. And some want to listen because they want to be sure that we are consistent. How is it going to happen on Olumagba? Look, there will be miracle that would happen, but there will also be action. It's all intertwined. Being not pray. You know, I know some of you are still praying for Nigeria. There's no problem. I don't disagree with you praying for Nigeria, but I think the prayer for Nigeria has already expired. I don't know when, but as far as I'm concerned, the 1914 amalgamation means that that prayer has expired. Because things are wrong in our territory, like I always say. I love to show you my map all the time. There's nothing wrong in the Yoruba territory, but there is a big something wrong in Nigeria. Nigeria is taking our glory. And I'm asking the question, when do we say enough is enough? I don't want to strain my eyes, so I'm going to put on my glasses. Not because we like it, it's just that that is what the opticians say. Put it on, especially you sit on the screen for too long. So, Mr. Clex Wallex also said the path to dialogue towards a bloodless dissolution. I know a lot of you sometimes don't like my utterances. Malowo me, Malowo Yedara, Malowo Dr. Zabi. I want to like being present here. Hey. But in the reality, nobody wants a blood in anywhere. I mean, the last thing you want to be seeing is blood. I watch a lot of movie, and I could see when they shoot a gun, you know, how it can react on your body. and I'm going to tell you the movie I watched. Debani Netflix. I want you to go and watch it. I'll give you the name of the movie. So what Mr. Klex Wallex is saying, and I'm going to be looking at the comments to do the program, even though I've got a topic there that says Yoruba people or Yoruba, what more do we want to gain from Nigeria before we say enough is enough? I mean, we've studied, we have told to go to school, we have gone to school, we have done apprentice. I remember Baba kan ní àdúgbò wa ní ìgbà tí a wà ní Surulere, kí lorúkọ wọn again now, is the best when it comes to plumbing. I didn't realize that it was a good job. I would have learned it from him. It's a trade until I got to London and I was working as a shadow, body shadow. Clyde. Clyde is very good. He's from Montserrat. I drive the vehicle and I was learning the trade, you know, fixing toilet, bathroom, you know, all those little things. And he always said to me, look, don't look at this now. Just think about the bigger picture. You know, the only problem my wife always says is to back Clyde the Jade, because Clyde doesn't eat meat. He doesn't eat meat. But his energy is more than anything general. Very fit guy from Montserrat, top guy. You know, we had a lot of projects we wanted to take to Nigeria for building and all that, but that's a different topic entirely. So nobody wants to see blood, and that is exactly what Mr. Wallex is saying there, that the path to dialogue. Look, some of you won't waste time around look, there's better with dialogue before it become blood. A dialogue pẹ̀lú àwọn Biafra, any government dialogue pẹ̀lú wọn, kọ́ dialogue pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa. Even if it's going to take, look, the government can say, look, okay, we understand what you all are saying, but it has to take some time. But they must start the process. We must see evidence. I don't want to use the F word, even though it means nothing to people like us. But sometimes I have children that are watching, so àwọn èèyàn lè ní kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Look, kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, ó máa mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wá ni, ó máa mú ìtàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ wá ni. It's as simple as that. If you don't dialogue, that means you are trying to say that kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀. And ilé ayé tá à ń gbé nísìn, look, everybody's watching what is happening around the world. People don't care whether Nigeria survive or not. You know, the world is a very wicked world anyway. So it depends on which side you are. You know, you look at what is happening in the Middle East and all around the world. You know, I had my cousin with me last night. You know, we haven't seen each other. You know, he's the only person that can come and visit me in the house, and I don't have to be scared that, you know, he's going to record me and all that. We speak, you know, I called Oloye, we spoke, we laughed, you know, we spoke with Oloye for like almost half an hour on the video call. It's always a privilege. So not everybody will have access to come to my house, but Walata and myself, you know, we've known each other for years, you know, cousins. So yes, I mean, we expect the federal government to sit us down and let's dialogue. Monsofun, she Walata no Monsofun, be wife me money. Look, Tinubu lives there. Okay, I think it's Walata money. Tinubu lives there for 4 years in UK. While he was there, they were planning how to take back the government as at the time. You are the same person that caused Igboho problem. Do you know how old Igboho is? Bomb bastard. All these small picking where you can't even put your name out. You say living dream. Is a name called living dream. You know. You are the same person that caused Igboho's problem. Igboho with your violent broadcast. I'm a bomb bastard. So Igboho is a baby. Fulani they kill you now, and I not talk about that. Saying I mean they cause violence. Olushi. Boko Haram they kill you. They fuck your mother. They kill your baba. You know if you say anything. I'm not from language. Bomb bastard. Say is your name living the dream? Put your name down your picture. I put my name out, I put my face out. Bomb bastard. All this faceless olórí burúkú bá bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire àti ìyá tó bí ẹ̀. Ogunlákayé ló máa pa wọ́n. Bomb bastard. Block you off. Olóṣì. You see? You see what we are saying? You see why sometimes I say ẹ̀jẹ̀ ló máa parí nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀. All these faceless fucking bastard Fulani people that come here and be telling me nonsense. Igboho ajẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọdé. You know, olùṣì. Let's come back again to the program. You know, bomb bastard. You see why I curse them all the time? I won't do burúkú àwọn àdé. You know. Moki Waris Jinadu says, ó dìgbà tí diaspora bá suspend all the foreign exchange. And you're quite right. Only God knows how much money was sent yesterday to diaspora. I was speaking to my brother yesterday in Nigeria, and while we were speaking, the light went off. Only that is the normal trade. The fucking bastard country. Put petrol and burn the whole fucking country down. What could you do? I do pé kò ń ṣeré mi nìkan ni mo wá wáyé pé mi nìkan mo wá ń di Yorùbá nation ni ibi tá à ń bá lọ kọ́ lọ́ọ́ máa bá dé nísìn ó dé violent Fúlàní ó ń fi AK-49 ó fi ń yọ̀bọ̀n ó fi ń fọyín lórí. I have a video that I'm gonna play now, even for the fact that that guy just wanted to cause commotion right now. I won't show you, I won't play the video because of the social media rules. These are Fulani. Can you see them? I'm sure some of you have seen it on the social media. I want to check kidnap Lele. Look at them in full military outfit. Killing our people every day. Whether you are Yoruba, they don't care. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Muslim, whether you are Christian. These guys are not, you know. Did you see the weapon with them? Did you see it? These are AK-49. Bomb bastard is telling me we are creating violence. I won't lose you. Emma, to any sense. I pray Fulani come across you. Let me show you. Let me give you the people that have kidnapped already. I don't want to show the video, but I'm going to show you those that have kidnapped. Did you hear people crying? You said people there? Did you say our people? These are Nigerians, regardless of whether they are Igbo, they are Hausa, they are Fulani, they are Shekiri, they are whatever. Some Fulanis are good, but these bastards kidnap people and they kill you. They open the leg of the woman. They no condom, and somebody say we are creating violence. Bomb bastard. This is a current Fulani attack in the forest. You can see them. See people that have been kidnapped. People are going to pay ransom that they don't have. And they say, hey, you are the one that caused Igboho's violence with your broadcast. Olushi. You have a governor, you have bastard governors, you have politicians that care less about everything that is happening to you. Any surely they went to us of me creative violence. Emi creative violence. Ma dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Igboho fúnra rẹ̀ àti Baba Akintoye. If I have gone through my own route, let's come back to the program once again. These ones now, only God knows how long they will spend in there. Obìnrin tó wà ń bẹ̀ ní sincere nìyẹn. Ẹ lọ wo ìyá kan tó náà wálé ní 2018. Gbogbo Fúlàní ló bá ìyá yẹn sùn. Ìyá àgbàlagbà. Ìyá mi ti wà ní menopause. Mo kí n shout out. I was in Crystal Palace on Wednesday. Mo wọ train ó kọ́ lọ já mi sí Crystal Palace. I was like somebody that just came to London. So I'm still appreciating those of you that are awake, and I'm also reading your comments. Yeah, I was there. You know, I got a train, and I was going somewhere else. I don't want to give too much information of my movement for security reasons. I'm sure you all understand. So when I talk, I might sometimes talk in parables. Even in London, I don't trust anybody. Mr. Koike Jekapadi and all that, you know, it is spirit me bass on me. I am a huge target, regardless of whether you feel that or not. If you meet me, fine, you know. I know what they've done to so many people like us. Man kan inú toothpaste ló ń fi poison tó fi òun ló ń parẹ́ lójoojúmọ́. The poison was put in the toothpaste. Come here, think with the joke. You think say the British happy say with the enlightening una like this every day. Moki, Mr. Dekweju, General Moki, thank you so much. The diaspora, let's take back to what Waris Jinadu is saying there. This is the money. You know, these are specimens. I mean, apart from the dollar and the naira, I'm going to pounds me well. Only God knows AAT diaspora. And when I say diaspora, I'm not talking about Yoruba alone now. Okay, pounds me lele. I need real pound sterling from any pound sterling instead of using this paper. But for now, we'll be using the specimen. If you live in America, Canada, anywhere, you're sending money home so that our people can survive. Do you know how much we sent home yesterday? Do we have a clue? How do we stop that? This is where we need the expertise of J brains, Yoruba. Forget about trying to fix the naira. God help Tinubu for the next 4 years. He's trying to fix the naira to stabilize it. So that means Tinubu still wants to gain something from Nigeria. Ǹjẹ́ wo náà fẹ́ gain nǹkan lára Nigeria? What do you want to gain from Nigeria? Ẹ sọ fún mi kí n gbọ́. What is it that you want to gain from Nigeria? Mo kí ẹ TJ Baba. Kí lẹ fẹ́ gain lára Nigeria? Mr. Sunday sọ pé until a bag of rice is 200,000 naira in the market. Mo kí ẹ Mr. Greg. Mr. Guarani, Yoruba land is the source for Nigeria. My brother Sheun Olaoye, thank you so much. Ẹ̀yin tí wà ní 6 o'clock, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pèrun àsùbá. Oh yeah, the first one will be called at 1:45, and then depending on which of the mosque anyway. Ìtò wà ní phase 2 nígbà yẹn báyìí wá ti di 1:45. Àkọ́kọ́ pé the first one, then wọ́n wá ṣe pèrun ní 6 o'clock. As we speak right now, I want to bẹ́ sí títì káàkiri gbogbo Nigeria trying to look for what to eat. People wake up as early as 4 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing wrong in that. It's just that there's no security. So mo ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa lẹ́ǹkan sí pé Waris sọ pé 29 billion naira a year sent by diaspora. Ó sọ pé kò ní jù yẹn lọ in dollars. Let's even stick to that. So literally, the question I'm asking tonight, I have 2 channels on YouTube, and we try not to use the same topic, but it's still the same conversation. We are building the second YouTube, but many of you are not helping us to push that YouTube. We can't even get 1,000 subscribers on it. Because it use more the Koiki Media. And we are grateful for those of you that are newcomer. Bishop Adesina Karosa. Àwọn ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí Rúbà. Àwọn kan ní wọ́n fi ń ṣe business. No, Facebook kò kí ń ṣe business. Bomb bastard. Kàkàkà wá bá ṣe máa wò pókè Bishop Adesina tó bá yẹ pé Rúbà yẹn ìyẹn ló máa save wa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Ṣó dìgbà tí wàhálà bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá blow central tó bá ti destroy central bank yìí gbogbo owó tẹ́ bá ní, nothing is going to function anymore. Ẹ lọ bèrè ní Sudan, ẹ lọ sí Middle East, kẹ òbí ọwọ́ ṣì ní owó tó ń ná níbẹ̀. Anyway, bí a torí àwọn èèyàn tẹ̀lé owó l'account anymore, because I don't think people have that kind of money anymore like before. You know, ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó ló ní genuine money. I'm not talking about corrupt money now. Ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó ló ní 50 million owó ààrẹ tó fi ń ṣòwò tó jẹ́ float nínú bank ní sí ní Nàìjíríà. So bí àtòrí ẹ̀ lè ṣe wà interested, àwítàyàn kan àwọn kan jáde wá máa ní Bishop Adesina fi Rúbà yẹn ṣe business ni. Facebook ìta wà lórí ẹ̀ business ni, YouTube business ni, gbogbo nǹkan láyé yìí business ni. So ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa, à ń dúpẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ń dúró tì wá lórí Koiki Media, but ẹ̀ lọ sórí the backup channel which is WD76 Media. A tún ní another one àtẹ̀tí to promote yẹn, but ẹ̀ máa rí àwọn videos kékèké tá à ń ṣe nìyẹn. Ìyẹn ó ní target a fẹ́ fi hit. Ní last month we didn't do bad. We had báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń sọ pé mo wà violent kinní kan mo kíyà mi beauty àmọ́ pé mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀ mo fi kí mọ́ mi ẹ káàárọ̀ mọ́ mo kí bàbá wa rasmọ kọ́ máa ní ìbí mi mo kọ́kọ́ wà bíbá ẹ̀kọ́ tó máa lọ kí ẹni tó ṣe èdè lórí mo dẹ̀ kí Mrs. Fefi Boutique Ajamawọgbá Real Amadi good morning. ó dà pé ìmọ̀ báwọn èèyàn máa ń wá Koiki Media láti fẹ́ wo ohun tí mo bá sọ. I know that because every time I complete my video I go back and review it because angle tèmi máa fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo lè compete pẹ̀lú angle tí Yèyé Dára fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo dẹ̀ lè compete pẹ̀lú Dr. Zabby èmi àti Wàlátà àjókòó àgbọ̀ Dr. Zabby presentation wọn tó ṣe ní ẹ lọ́wọ́ last video wọn ó máa ṣí mind ẹ̀ kúrò pé ṣé kò ń ṣe pa tiwọ one chance à ń gbé nílùú yìí àwa àti Somali jọ ń gbé gbogbo èní nísìn Central London máa hot gan èmi gan ní láti lọ ó máa hot because wọ́n ń ṣe remembrance day wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ṣe protest oríṣiríṣi protest dẹ̀ ló ń bọ̀ so it's gonna be very heat. So last month we had 869 new subscribers. Àwọn tó gbọ́ mi rí tó tí mo rí ta wà tẹ́lẹ̀ ọ̀ṣẹ̀ wà mí rí. Then we had 354,000 new views. 2.1 million minute watch. Pé 1 minute báwọn èèyàn wá wo fídíò wa 2.1 but I ti rí target gangan. So you know I don't get paid for the YouTube. Channels get paid for their YouTube channel. Channels lánàá wọn náà ti hit 1 billion viewers. 1 billion. Do you know what that means? It's because they have the resources to do so. Ṣé channels ń sọ pé ká pín? John Momo ṣàlò ní channels. Do you think he wants Nigeria to break? He doesn't want Nigeria to break. Inú kòkó bẹ̀ làwọn náà ti ń jẹ. Some of you don't even know how this media works. Media is a very powerful tool. Very powerful. So mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa lẹ́ǹkan sí. Mo tún béèrè lálẹ́ yìí lẹ́ǹkan sí. Mo kí kọ́mẹ́ǹtì tí wá sí bíbá. Mo kí bàbá wa Dada Alaba. Mo kí Mr. Bayo Ajenifuja. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín dádì. Ní Lagos Island níbẹ̀ ẹ máa rí ti yín ṣe. But problem kan ni pé àwọn irú àwọn àdúrà yẹn fẹ́ mi mo máa ń fẹ́ béèrè pé in reality èmi àti Wàlátà àjókòó nígbà tá wo Dr. Zabby tán a wá lọ wo Channels News because as at that time it was 9:30 ní London but it is 10:30 ní Nigeria. Wọ́n wá ní China ní slow economy bó máa affect Nigeria. Èmi ò tètè rí Wàlátà ló tẹ̀ ń sọ pé kí ló kan China slow economy tó máa affect Nigeria. Nígbà tèmi náà wá rí ní ma ti Wàlátà wá ní wá ṣeré jàre TJ bàbá thanks so much for the love. So tá bá ń sọ pé àwọn èèyàn máa rí tajé ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kò ń ṣe pé ẹ̀ ní rí tajé ṣe but ó ti difficult gan ju ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Ṣẹ̀rí àwọn èèyàn máa ń rò pé bí a ta bá jókòó sí ibà family mi tó wà ní Nàìjíríà kò ń ṣe kékeré gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá náà ní family wa. Mo ń bá àbúrò mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá mo ní òtí lọ́lé ni ó pè mí lórí fídíò call wọ́n ṣì wà nínú ṣọ́ọ̀pù and as at that time tó pè mí yẹn it was about almost kó tó di pé Wàlátà dé ni Wàlátà ti wà pẹ̀lú mi before probably 8 somewhere around there. So ó nígbà táwọn ọmọọgbà tí ajé máa wọlé mo ní jọ wọn pé security Nigeria ó wá nínú pé shop àti ilé pé wọ́n súnmọ́ra wọn ìyẹn náà dẹ̀ dá ń bẹ̀. Èèyàn mélòó ló máa raṣọ ní Nàìjíríà mọ́lẹ́ ní nísìn in reality I mean tó bá jáṣọ Ankara èèyàn bá kú lé ní nísìn bí èèyàn bá kú ní òkè pòpò lálẹ́ nísìn tó bá máa fi dàárọ̀ ọ̀la àwọn tó máa gbáṣọ Ankara dé ẹlòmíì máa tún jẹ gbèsè. We are really badly affected in that country tá à ń pè Nàìjíríà ó ti affect wa gan as Yorùbá people àwa ọmọ ìran ọmọ aládé àbí kò affect wa ṣé Nàìjíríà ò affect wa I don't know bí akẹ́yìn tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi náà bí akẹ́ bá mi àwọn terrorists ló ń fi wá ṣọṣẹ́ ọmọ àlè kan sọ pé èmi ni create violence abẹ́ ìgbọ́rọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ọmọ kéékèèké àmì yìí máa ń ṣe mí ṣé mo tán pè ní violent ó dà ń pẹ́ tí mo tán pè ní violent àwọ̀ ò ṣe violent tó bá yẹ pé violent la gbé dání ẹ̀yin gan ní ìwọ gan tó ní violent yẹn ìwọ gan ní lè gbé ní Nàìjíríà ó ní lè gbé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ọmọ tí tàn wifi ṣáwọn pé kí ló tó switch ìtagbédání ò ṣe violent we are not running a campaign of violence. Oh yes, our rhetoric can be, to use some of you who are violent. Ṣé America ò ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ni? Mo ń béèrè ni, ṣé America ò ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ? America tẹ́ ń rí yẹn. Ṣé gbogbo ohun tí America ń ṣe lẹ́yìn lè like? Ṣé gbogbo ohun tí UK ń ṣe? Ṣé UK ò gbé violent lọ bá wọn ní Iraq? Ìgbà tẹ́ pẹ́ lómi ò tẹ́ mọ́ tán pè ní international foreign policy. Ìwọ ló máa ń dá wọn lóhùn TJ tí n bá ti rẹ́ni tó bá ṣe kéde ìpèlè mi máa fún wọn èyí tẹ́ ẹ̀dá kankan mọ́ ẹ wà nílùú kan ìlú yẹn ti marginalize gbogbo wa ṣe mọ̀ pé literally Nigeria ó ti marginalize every lọ́nkẹ́ ló ní kí n má tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ lé mo á wọ́n dà pé mo rí comment ẹ káàárọ̀ bàbá wa ọba ńlá Ọlálẹ́yẹ Paul. We just need a good leader. Bí a tẹ bá ti dàgbà tẹ bá ti darúgbó Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ rí good leader. Èyí tó sọ fún grandma mi nìyẹn a ò ní Mr 847 ẹ má sọ exact ẹ kò sọ bíyà 40 bóyá 30 bíyà 20 mo kàn fi láì díà bíyà 50 a ò ní sà ẹ kò sọ 5 50 40 màá wá mọ̀ pé plus nìyẹn tó bá dẹ̀ pé 20 ní but I don't expect you to be less than 20 because tẹ́ bá wà less than 20 kò yẹ kẹ́ wà lórí TikTok pẹ̀lú wa níbí báyìí tí àwọn àgbàlagbà la wà níbí báyìí so ẹ̀yin sọ so ní èjì yẹn mò ń dúró kẹ́ dá mi lóhùn ni o ẹ má sá lọ so ní èjì yín ẹ̀yin sì ń dúró pé leader kan we need a good leader ṣé Tinubu náà ṣe good leader bí mò ń béèrè ni o àwọn èèyàn máa tọra wọn need a good leader ẹ need a good leader nínú contraction tí òyìnbó kó papọ̀ ṣá abroad lẹ́wà bí Nàìjíríà lẹ́wà Yorùbá nation náà mo kí ọ máa tó jọ mẹ́ta ok sister Bukky kan nìyẹn morning Ọlá Koiki sister Bukky nìyẹn ẹ̀gbọ́n yàn dá mi lóhùn wọ́n ti sá lọ ọ̀dẹ̀gbọ́n tí mò ń sọ mo ní ẹ fún mi ní èjì 40 lèmi 40 plus ẹ̀yin náà ẹ fún mi ní èjì grandma mi 92 years old ló kú good leader ló wá títí tó fi kú tó mi ò yọ tàbá yàgbẹ́ ní phase 2 nínú toilet mo máa ń fomi mo máa ń da omi sínú toilet báyìí àṣé mo tẹ̀mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó kò wà hygiene ni. He will do his best, just wait and see. So tí ó bá wá ṣe tán tí Tinubu bá wá ṣe tán kí ló máa wá ṣẹlẹ̀? So tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán tó stabilize Nigeria tó dá náírà padà sí $1 so tó bá ṣe tán tó bá lọ ṣé òun náà ló tún máa control the next government ṣé Buhari ló ń control Tinubu nísìn à ń sọ̀rọ̀ future wa ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu máa ṣe tó bá ṣe tí Kàdóso dá gbogbo ẹ̀ padà tí gbogbo ẹ̀ rectify ṣèbí à ń fi visa wọ̀lú yìí bí èèyàn tí mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣé ti travel rí ṣá abroad lẹ́wà bí Nàìjíríà because mo máa ń fẹ́ gauge understanding àwọn èèyàn because ẹni tó bá wà lábúrò tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo máa gbà sí fún yín ni but tó bá yẹ pé Nàìjíríà ni mo lè understand because NTA news àti channels àti AIT lè máa ń wò tó pọ̀ jù but ẹni tó wà lábúrò tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ayẹ́pẹ́ ni òní làákàyè tíyàn kan bá sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé I need a good leader. tó bá jẹ́ Nàìjíríà lẹ́wà I can't knock you out ibi tí understanding yìí dé nìyẹn but ẹni tó bá wà láàbùrọ̀ tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ẹ need a good leader. níbo lẹ ti fẹ́ rí good leader? òyìnbó ní 1959 wọ́n rig election tó rig yẹn òun ló jẹ́ kí olórí burúkú àwọn northerner kó gba power. ẹ wá náà need a good leader. so òyìnbó mọ̀ pé a ní good leader bí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ lọ́lọ́gbé fún àwọn north ní 1959 sensor wọ́n rig ẹ̀ ní púpọ̀ níyàn tẹ̀ mọ́ kankan rárá. ìyẹn mo ṣe ń béèrè age yín nísìnyí fún mi ní age mo béèrè age yín ẹ tún dá mi padà sí we will wait and see. àwa ń pray pé kí Tinubu máa kú tí Tinubu bá ti kú àti jẹ gbèsè because Shettima ló máa gbàjọba but tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán tó stabilize economy tí gbogbo wa ń rí tajé ṣe tá à ń rí nǹkan mú sẹ́nu tó bá wá lọ tán kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? tí Tinubu bàbá Bọ́lá Tinubu Jagaban kọ́lọ́ tẹ́ni kì í máa bu ní Jagarode ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yorùbá pè ní Jagarode àwọn kan ti ní Koiki ò nídìí gbogbo yẹn. tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán 4 years ní Tinubu fi ń plan bó ṣe máa gba power padà láti UK ṣùgbọ́n àwa náà ṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá nation yìí àwa náà máa gbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wọn. bàdá mo ti calculate gbogbo ohun tí Tinubu lè lò àwọn òfin máa sọ 8 years because kò ní 8 years mandate 4 years mandate ló ní. adẹ̀ ti kọ́ sí bíbá àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ ti ní Koiki kí má máa fún ní 8 years. Tinubu will be 87 years old. Àkọsílẹ̀ kan mo kàn lè sọ pé jù báyìí ló wà. According to the age tó bá wọn ní kó lò because Buhari fún ara ẹ̀ gan ní certificate so gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ pé Tinubu ò ní certificate yẹn nonsense ni wà àwọn olórí burúkú àwọn ọmọ Peter Obi ló ń ṣe gbogbo nonsense yẹn bomb bastard ní Peter Obi àwọn British ló ń lo Peter Obi tẹ́yìn ò bá mọ̀ agent ni ó lè dẹ̀ láti kú kò ń ṣe pé Tinubu náà clean so but what we are saying is that gbogbo tí Tinubu máa lò kọ́lọ̀ fún lẹ́mìí gígùn àtàlàfíà Tinubu máa ṣe dàgbà ju èmi lọ by the time tá a bá ṣe ń fa wàhálà yìí lọ. Tinubu á ti di bàbá arúgbó at 87 years old tí bá wo age tèmi as at that time mo sì lè gbá lẹ́sẹ̀ kò ní lè sáré púpọ̀. Yes, I mean if tẹ bá ń sọ pé ẹ̀ ń wá short term oh yes gbogbo tí Tinubu fẹ́ ṣe fún yín nísìn 4 years èmi tẹ expect pé kó sọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá di billionaire just like bí olórí burúkú Fúlàní Buhari sórí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò yẹn orí yẹn ò tẹ̀ pé rárá ọ̀dẹ̀ ni òmùgọ̀ ni. ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó ló di olówó gidi in billions of naira ẹ lọ ohun tí Buhari ṣe fáwọn àwọn Fúlàní so bí tó bá jẹ́ pé yẹn lẹ́ ń sọ pé kí Tinubu make wa káwa náà lówó mo ti rí pé kinní náà ti ń gbẹ́sẹ̀ bìkọ́ kò ń jáde ẹni tó ní Glo mo rí pé ó ti lọ bá bàbá wa Àwùjalẹ̀ wọ́n ti kùn sí Tinubu létí wàá bó ṣe máa wá àkọ́kàn fún náà káwọn náà lè lówó bí Dangote àti BUA kódà kẹ́ má máa ra ṣúgà Dangote mọ́ olórí burúkú ni Dangote bomb bastard ni so tó bá jẹ́ pé yẹn lẹ́ ń sọ no problem tí Tinubu bá wá ṣe gbogbo yẹn tán tó sọ wọn dolówó ṣàmọ̀ pé lórí burúkú málà kan lè dé after tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán á dẹ̀ slash gbogbo owó yẹn tó wà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá. Mo kí bàbá wa Ṣeun Lawal àwa ti wà ní weekend kòkò sówó lápò ní kọlọ́jà rówó so mo understand yín tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin supporter Tinubu pé kó tún kàn ṣe yes èmi expect pé by now gan sẹ́rẹ́ kí Tinubu kó ti open up ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dáadáa ká ti máa rí well ó lè ti wà too early but I expect him that by the time tó bá máa fi ṣe tán kẹ́ ti dolówó ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbé ní face my face you kò ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbé ní face my face you mọ́ ó yẹ kí Tinubu mandate gbogbo state ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé kọ́ lọ máa kọ́lé but èmi àti wà látàn wo TV lánàá wọ́n ń ṣe òkèèyàn kan polówó wà látàwa ní òun hope pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn foreign reserve area wa lọ́tún fi ń kọ́lé torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la. ìtẹ́mi sọ ni pé kí Tinubu kọ́kọ́ gbé gbogbo military architect kó gbé padà wá sísàlẹ̀ kó pín sọ́nà mẹ́ta so that káwa náà lè ní ìjà ogun so that tó bá tẹ̀lé gbàgbós. But in reality, Muki Esiva Badmus, I'm just reading the comment, along the line. But topic tan sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ni pé Yorùbá, what more do we want to gain from Nigeria? Interfaith gain, òun náà ni Tinubu ẹ̀yin kan. Ọlọ́run adé jẹ́ kẹ́rì gain dáadáa. Èmi náà ní family nílé. Ojoojúmọ́ ló ń kùn sí mi létí. Mo ní mò ń bá family mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá. Ibi tá a ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n paná mọ́ lójú. So, Bishop Adesina, a lot of Nigerians don't know what Nigeria is all about, especially our people in diaspora. 1999 Constitution, Section 6, Subsection 6, takes away citizens' human rights and subject it to government discretion. Any human right. Thank you. Muki Mr. Olufemi, on the lórí burúkú ni gbogbo wọn. Tá bá ń bú àwọn èèyàn, kò ń ṣẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń wò wá o. But ìwọ tó bá wá kọ́mẹ́ǹtì torí wọ́n fún ẹ ní 2 naira kó wá sọ nonsense, máa ránṣẹ́ sí bàbá ẹ nílé torí grandma tèmi jìyà pé Nàìjíríà máa dá ni. Èmi ò mọ̀ bí èèyàn ní grandma, ẹlòmíì ò bá grandma ẹ̀ bí a grandma yín ti kú, ìyá tó bí ìyá ẹ̀ ni mò ń sọ o. 92 ni grandma tèmi ló kú, èmi dẹ́ ìgbé pẹ̀lú grandma mi for more than 3 years. Màá lọ koroba ni màá fi ń pọn mi, àṣẹ gbogbo kìíní àṣẹ child abuse gan ni. Màá lọ fi koroba pọn mi láti sàlẹ̀. Nígbà tó yá ni mo ń sinmi nínú ká lọ wá ẹni tó máa bá wa gbómi wá sókè pé kí ló dé. So bí ìyá ti mọ́ yín lára. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé yes tó bá jẹ́ pé short term goal Tinubu wà níbẹ̀ kó stabilize the economy kó fix Nigeria, but tó bá fix Nigeria tóun bá wá lọ tán ṣé ẹni tó ń bọ̀ náà máa ṣe the same thing? Ṣé ẹ máa ronú, ẹ máa gbọ́pọlọ kalẹ̀? Ṣé tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán ṣé ẹni tó ń bọ̀ náà yóò máa ronú bí Tinubu? Ṣé Tinubu ń ronú bí Buhari nísìn, olórí burúkú dead or alive? Tinubu ò ṣe máa ronú bí Buhari. It's because it's two different people. Gbogbo pé wọ́n kàn drag Tinubu kéèsì kan wà pẹ̀lẹ́ bí ẹ lọ bèrè tó lórí burúkú Buhari ṣe nígbà tó gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ ṣé ó ṣàgàrí ọmọ àlẹ́ ẹ̀ ọmọ nìjẹ́. But nítorí pé àwọn Igbo like Tinubu so àwọn ló ń drag gbogbo nonsense yẹn. Ìyẹn ọ̀dẹ̀ lè kò lè Tinubu ó máa wà ń bẹ̀ ni, kò sí nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe sí. Àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ gbàdúrà kó kú, kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan kan tó lè pa bó ṣe wà yẹn. Kan tó bá kú Shettima ló gbàjọba. So the only thing ni pé kó stabilize Nigeria, kó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí Nigeria kó dissolve, kó jẹ́ òun ni the last president. Tó o bá ti ṣe yẹn ìyá máa jà mí àti ẹni. Sórí gbogbo leader tẹ̀ ń wá yẹn ìbòlẹ̀ ti máa rí leader òfò. Ṣé leader làwọn yẹn? Àwọn bomb bastard. Leader ni wọ́n ní Akérédolú ló jókòó sí Ìbàdàn ló ń control Ondo state. Ó ti sick. Tó bá yẹ pé cancer ló ní ni kó resign kó gbéjọba sílẹ̀. Ó lọ tọ́jú ara ẹ̀ ní ó kúrò Nàìjíríà ó lọ sí Germany. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ iye thousands of pounds àti dollar àti euro ti Akérédolú náà. Bàbá mi Olúfẹ́mi ní monopoly ní Tinubu fẹ́ ṣe in tó bá wọn kó tẹ̀ ṣe Buhari ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Olórí burúkú ni Buhari. Ó yẹ pé Síbàjọ́ ẹ̀ short man devil yẹn mo tẹ́ understand ẹ̀. Àwítán nísìnyí agbẹnusọ ẹ̀ Láolú Àkàndé òun náà ti ń di political analyst. Tó bá ti jẹun tó ti yó tán máa bá ṣe wọn kí Balóyè sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pàdé Láolú Àkàndé àmì díẹ̀díẹ̀ sí wọn lára. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ bigger picture. Ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀wọ́n máa ní ẹ̀ Tinubu ó ṣe àǹfààní fún yàn kan. Ṣé yàn kan là ń sọ nísìn? Kó ṣàǹfààní fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nísìn kó tó di pé Nàìjíríà máa pín òun lẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí. Yes, I mean the government is still very young but our monitor. So mo ń bí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá láàárọ̀ again. What more do we want to gain from Nigeria? Kí la fẹ́ gain lára Nigeria? Ìbéèrè yẹn ẹ̀ ti dá mi lóhùn. Ẹ kò ṣe ń gbé mi parabolate káàkiri ni. Ẹ fún mi ní answer. Ṣé passport Nigeria ló fẹ́ gain ni? Ṣé citizenship ni? Because now mo ń gbọ́ ẹ̀mọ̀ kó oríṣiríṣi nǹkan làwọn èèyàn ń ṣe. Bọ̀bọ́ kan wá wọn á pè ní kò ń ṣe bàbá àròpọ̀ rẹ o. Ìyẹn kan náà máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ ẹ ṣáà máa mọ fídíò ẹ̀ náà. Wàlátà wa ń play kan fún mi lánàá, ó náà tẹ́ wà nílé tẹ́ wà níta ẹ má wálé o, kò ṣe pé òun bú Nàìjíríà o, wọ́n ní àjò dàbí ilé, kò sí kankan tó dàbí ilé mọ́. Àwọn tó wà nílé onítàwọn bá sùn báyìí ẹ̀gbẹ́ orí máa ń fọ́ àwọn lójoojúmọ́. Mr. Ṣẹ́gun Fárámi sọ pé there will be more poverty. Mr. Observer ní complete separation from Nigeria. TJ Babani not good is coming out of Nigeria. Àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń ṣe wàhálà. So ẹ fẹ́ káwa máa ṣe fídíò mọ́tò yẹn ti l'accident ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ ó ti kán lẹ́sẹ̀ ẹ bá ṣàánú ẹ̀. Mo sọ fún Wàlátà lánàá nígbà tí mo ní bọ̀bọ̀ actor tó wọ́gé lẹ́sẹ̀ yẹn, Wàlátà ní likely pé diabetes ni. A ti lọ sí church, a ti lọ sí mọ́ṣáláṣí. I mean, even if he's going to do all that, ṣe bóyá kọ́kọ́ lọ sí hospital kọ́kọ́ check ẹ̀ pé diabetes lẹ ní bàbá. Bí èèyàn bá dẹ̀ ní diabetes, àìmọye àwọn tó ní diabetes nílò ìtọ́ ń tọ́jú wọn. Ẹ lọ wo àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní hospital, wàhálà ló ń ṣe. Àwọn yẹn wà lórí floor nísìnyí tó ń tọ́jú àwọn tó ní diabetes. Nígbà tá a lè access hospital, mo wo Dr. Zabi lánàá, bọ̀bọ̀ kan lára fídíò wọn tó play. Ìyẹn ní ajá nílùú òyìnbó, ó ní medical card. Ìwọ jókòó síbẹ̀ òun sọ pé òun wá good leader, o ò ní medical card because o ò lè afford láti gba medical card. Ó ti kọjá bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Àbúrò mi lánàá tó bá jẹ́ pé ló pa ẹ̀yin wà náà ìtẹ̀wà Nàìjíríà lè confam, ó ní bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣúgà. Èmi wàá mọ orú bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì tó ń sọ, ó kàn ní bí a paint bucket àdánù ṣáà ní bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣúgà. Mo fi pé bí a bọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì àwọn ẹ mọ̀ pé paint bucket ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan lè máa ń fi ṣe business ní Nàìjíríà, ẹ fi ń ta rice, ẹ fi ń ta gàrí, even though wọn kì í ní ẹ̀kọ́ wa hygiene but ó lè jẹ́ tuntun lẹ́ ń lò. Ó ní as at 2 months ago is 2,500, ó ní ó ti di 6,000 nísìn 6,500. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ní tẹ́wọ̀n Nàìjíríà? Ẹ bá mi confirm. Sugar nǹkan náà tí wọ́n là abroad o. Kí ni ok àwa Yorùbá nísìn kí la fẹ́ gain lára Nàìjíríà? Ẹ sọ fún mi. The only thing ta lè sọ pé a fẹ́ gain fáwa tí ẹ ṣe fẹ́ràn Nàìjíríà òun ni pé ẹ fẹ́ rí pé ọmọ Yorùbá débẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ ti débẹ̀ nísìn. Maybe that would then after tó bá bí a ti Tinubu bá ti ṣe tán bóyá àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń padà wá sílé. But Tinubu ní èmi ló kàn, kò sọ pé àwa ló kàn. Mr. Olúwafẹ́mi ní Tinubu sọ pé I don't promise you people, I just saying it is my turn. Ojú gbogbo wa ló máa já. Àwa ń pray fún pé kọ́lọ̀ fún lẹ́mìí gígùn, ètèmi kàn ń pray fún nìyẹn, that's all. Because Buhari nísìn àmọ̀ bí ó kú lóòótọ́, àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò sọ pé ó ti kú. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi heritage ní kò kú, ó ní dementia ni. But egungun ẹ wá le ju ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ, ìyẹn ni kò yéèyàn. Ojú ẹ̀ dẹ̀ máa ń change lẹ́ǹkankan. Àláfíà mo wà ṣe ní bounty wọ́n ní longest time sir. Ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ wá sọ́dọ̀ wa bí ẹ ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ti Mohbad, ẹ ti gbọ́ ti Mohbad títí ẹ ti darí padà wálé. Ẹ̀pọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ìyẹn gba afẹ́fẹ́ gbùrùgbùrùgbùrùgbùrù. Àwa Nigerians a máa ń react gbùrùgbùrùgbùrù. Mohbad gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ti wálẹ̀ báyìí nísìn. Ó dà kan ní ìyàwó ẹ̀ Wùmí ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó yẹ kọ́kọ́ tì mọ́lé. Ẹ jẹ́ n sọ múvì kan tí mo wò, ẹ tẹ̀ bí mímọ̀ pé Kóìkì ó ní owó fíìmù kan èyí tẹ ní Netflix. Fíìmù yóò dà kó ṣe jáde ni, ẹ jẹ́ n Google ẹ̀. Àwọn bàbá fíìmù ní fíìmù yẹn. TJ ṣé o ti wo fíìmù yìí The Killer? Mo láti tún wò lọ́la yìí, kódà tí bá tún parí program mo tún lè tún wò. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí yàn bá wo múvì lẹ́ẹ̀kan The Killer ó ṣe jáde bí kan ni. A man solidarity and cold methodical uncumbered by scrubs or regret, the killer waits in the shadows watching for his next target. Àwọn tó ń wo fíìmù náà ti dá mi lóhùn bíbá yìí. I just finished watching it. Báwo lẹ ṣe rí sísá? Don't trust anybody. ó lọ mo gbọ́dọ̀ tún fíìmù yẹn wò tí bá ti wá tún wò máa jot note. You focus on the target. àgbẹ̀ Yorùbá nation dání àwọn nǹkan tó ń sàn kan míì mo blame wọn. I think lose the focus nìyẹn. Bàbá fíìmù yẹn tí bá parí program la nísìn máa tún gbé padà sórí Netflix. ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ bá ní Netflix ẹ lọ wo movie yẹn The Killer. Observer ni no economy, political, cultural power or asset for non-Yorubas in the southwest of Yoruba land. ṣé wọn láàyè ní I am just watching the journey of African colony. àwa ti kọjá gbogbo yẹn àwọn kéékèèké lánìkan lọ́ọ́ máa wò yẹn ẹ sunkún fún Yorùbá. The journey of African colony. Yoruba nation and watch it but need to watch it again. That film bad. Èmi máa ń like àwọn fíìmù tó máa ń pààyàn tó máa ń fìbọn fọ́ra wọn lórí. Bí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ẹ jẹ́ tágẹ́ẹ̀tì kan tó kọ́kọ́ fi pa ó dúró títí ó mísì tágẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn òun náà wá di tágẹ́ẹ̀tì. Àlàáfíà ni gbogbo àwa Mr. Sheni Bounty ṣọkùnrin ní àbọ̀bìnrin wọ́n mọ̀ pé Sheni ọkùnrin ló máa ń jẹ́ Sheni but mo rojú yín dáadáa ẹ fẹ́ jọ bí sísítà wa báyìí òun lẹ́dẹ̀ fine báyìí wọ́n ọmọ Yorùbá ló máa ń fine ọlọ́kọ̀ jẹ́ pàwọ́ àti mari ni gbogbo ilé àbákọ́ máa fẹ́ sílé ni. ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fatoki kíni kan àwọn yẹn máa ń send owó láti Nàìjíríà ni àwọn tí bá ní mo fẹ́ ra kọ́fì ní sí wọ́n máa send náírà sí ni màá ní bá mo ṣe máa gbọ́ owó yìí báyìí. Don't spoil it for who hasn't seen it. Wọ́n ti ní kí n dákẹ́ wọ́n ní kí n má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ẹ lọ wo múfì yẹn tẹ bá ti wá máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹja kúrò lórí yẹn The Killer ni The Killer ẹ lọ wo ẹ tó bá ní Netflix. So ìbéèrè tí mò ń béèrè ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká dára wa lóhùn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí ìyá mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin alásàlátù mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin religious bodies káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé regardless of whichever one you're interested in. Àwọ̀ ìjókòó sí mo kódà mo ti sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé tó bá ń pè Nàìjíríà ò lè dá even tí Jesus bá wá àfi máa gbọ́ gbogbo yẹn. Ṣé pé àwọn mọ́mì náà máa ń wo àwọn fíìmù báyìí mọ́mì mi kan náà níbẹ̀ I have seen the movie very interesting to watch. Pé Koiki oríṣiríṣi ilẹ̀ máa ń bá pàdé lọ́dọ̀ mi níbí báyìí àwọn kan tẹ́ máa lọ́n wò ní àwọn bíi sniper nǹkan àwọn military movie mo dey like documentary mo kí gbogbo ẹni tí àwọn kan tó wà lórí Ọláyọmí kan pé Koiki báwo ló tún ṣe péjì báyìí lé ní báyìí èmi mo mọ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀yin ìyá mi tẹ́ wà lórí ètò. Why didn't Netflix censor the title? No, ó dà kó wọ́n censor ẹ̀ wọ́n fi àyẹn sí The Killer yẹn wọ́n yọ àyẹn kúrò ó dà kó fi bí sign bí you can see or something like that. So ẹ̀yin ìyá mi tẹ́ wà lórí ètò pẹ̀lú mi ẹ̀yin bàbá mi mo tún fẹ́ béèrè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí what do we want to gain from Nigeria? I mean àti ráwọn tó ta lace báwo lẹ́yìn tó ta lace I mean it's strange they censor it tí jemai ti lọ wò yẹn a ṣe wà lórí programu òde nìyẹn má máa fi tẹ̀síwá lójú pé device tó pọ̀ ó lọ́bi iṣẹ́ nìyẹn o tó tún ní o ti wà nílé yẹn wá ti wà nílé bẹ́ẹ̀ Koiki wà lórí programu tó ní. Gani Oloyede that movie is also 20 years above okay not gbọ́n àtàjọ wà lórí programu 20 ẹ má yẹ kọ́ ọmọ kékeré wo easy mórí ẹ o ti gbórí wọlé orí tí mo look nice láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ easy dollar sí ètò kan a máa ní Koiki ò tí ì sùn àbúrò mi easy nìkan ló lè send message mi lóru kí n dá lóhùn òru bí òru ló máa ń wọlé ń tẹ̀. Mo ń bèèrè lọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kí la fẹ́ gain lára Nàìjíríà. Adesina Bishop ni you can collect your naira use it to buy rubber àwọn èèyàn ní wọ́n ní business lẹ́ ń ṣe èmi mọ̀ bí a gbogbo nǹkan láyé ò ṣe business. Amazon business ni Alibaba business ni mọ́mí mi kan fẹ́ fún mi lówó wọ́n wá ní Mr. Koiki pépà máa ń yọ change díẹ̀díẹ̀ lára owó tá a bá fi send sí lẹ́ni bá pa mí ni bá pè wọ́n mọ́ ni tí pépà ló bá yọ owó wà lọ́ọ́ ìfẹ́ mẹ́kọ̀ owó for every £10 tẹ́ bá send sí wa paper náà máa yọ nǹkankan. Àwọn á ní bí mo lè ní cash app, mo ní cash app not the same thing ni. Ibi tí wọ́n ti make owó nìyẹn. Ó yẹ káwa náà ti ní apps tiwa, which is exactly what Bishop Adesina is trying to do. Ó yẹ ká ti ní nǹkan tó yẹ pé òun la máa fi transact. Waris Jinadu mo mọ orí èèyàn tó jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ rí lẹ́yìn pé ó ń comment bẹ́yẹn, mo mọ̀ bí economics ni gbogbo tóun dúró lé láti 3 years ago ni pé ká put down owó Nàìjíríà. Èèyàn kan béèrè pé how is it spelled? Yeah, you spelled it right. Yeah, Killer. You can even Google it, you know, it will pop up straight away. It's on the Netflix. Thanks. I need to go back for the 4th round now. Thank you. Yeah, if you have Netflix and you like thrilling action, go see the sex kankan, because sometimes people don't like those kind of movie like that. So there's nothing like sex inside, but it's a straightforward movie. Straightforward from the beginning to your eye blood will be like, Baba ain't gonna anyway. So let me just shut my mouth and focus on Yoruba Nation. Yeah, Kille. If you have Netflix, or some Nigerians know how to download film. You guys are very good in that. Brain it, the way you guys operate in Nigeria. In your corner, it is a Japanese film. Japanese film, Japanese film. Danielo, thank you so much. Yoruba movement. One is a Japanese movie. If you shall like it, I'm gonna watch it again. The program. You know, sometimes you just feel don't sleep. Danielo, nothing to gain in Nigeria than to hope, no hope. Why you want us to see it? You know very well. A student here, Mama Pamike. Somebody they asked me, why do you want us to see it? Okay, don't see it. Don't see it. You don't have to see it. Is that okay with you? I love social media. Sending owo by TikTok is a waste of owo because they deduct about half of what is sent. What I mean, that is their platform now. You know what do you expect? All these platforms, that is how they make their money. For every £10 you send through YouTube, they make money. The only good thing about YouTube is that it gives you that monetization through their own advert and all that. Apart from people donate, you know, take over YouTube. Since April, they've removed my monetization. So somebody where they say, okay, Bishop, one day only Google doesn't recognize Ruba. So there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I mean, we are not saying that, you know, everything is perfect even with the Ruba, but it is worth giving it a try. Mr. Ramos, Thunder 8. Thank you so much. Anytime they make me, why do you want to go and see it? Motinike ma lo wo mo, mo sorry gan. Èmi rò pé ká jọ sọ̀rọ̀ oríṣiríṣi ká dẹ̀ sọ movie náà ni. Ẹ ti ní wá ṣé mo máa force ní kẹ́ lọ wo ni. Ṣé Nàìjíríà lẹ wà bí? Ẹ ti wo data yín. Cause ẹni tó bá ní Netflix ò ní béèrè irú béèrè yẹn. Because I pay £15 or whatever pounds every month for Netflix. Bishop Adesina ní Google recognize Ruba. Bianca mean is different from what in Toso. Mr. Shegun Farami, maybe you want to expatiate on that. Okay, I mean by Google does not recognize Ruba. So what we are saying is that, you know, come back to the conversation. It's coming up to 5:23 a.m. It is Saturday, Abi. Excuse me. Mokibubu Ilele Nkosi. The question I'm asking is, what more? I mean, maybe we've gained something from Nigeria. Let's even put it that way. We have gained something from Nigeria, but what more do we want to gain from Nigeria? I mean, we gained, Abiola never became the president. Tinubu is the president. Awolowo was never the president that we would have loved. Is that more than enough? I know you don't want me to mention Obasanjo because there's a lot of, you know, these Obasanjo and Igboho and all that. Mr. Olufemi is up with nothing. Bishop is also saying that the Android app of the Ruba only for now. iOS seems to be very difficult to put our apps on. I think it needs a lot of integrity test or whatever. So, but it's always good that we must push our apps into iOS. So Bishop, if it doesn't have iOS, you must make sure it goes on it. Because I think the problem we're having with our Yoruba ni pé when it is our own, because of we know that it could become anything. We've seen, things goes bust and people have invested their money in, and eventually, Bishop could run away. We might not see Bishop again. So people are very skeptical. I mean, it's normal. There's nothing wrong in that. Our pulse is meant to be like that. Ṣé ti bá lọ gbé 5 million ṣe inú rúbà báyìí ṣé kò yẹ pé owó yẹn máa wọ̀ gbé lọ. But do you know that we have Moki Queen Vonsha free readings? Ládùúgbò wo ni ẹ kẹ? Àwọn ṣe reading ní wíwá yóò reading báwo kẹ? Irú reading wo ni ẹ? Ṣé reading ní glass? I'm just joking. Àwọn ní tarot ni ẹ. I understand Queen Vonsha. You say you are doing reading. Can you help us do reading on Yoruba Nation? We need to separate. That is what we want. What I'm trying to say, some of us we've trusted some few things that I don't know. Maybe because the advert, maybe because the way they presented it, and sometimes there could be scam as well. I mean, I've lived there in 25 years and I've seen some, baddest scam. Thank you so much, Mr. Balang99. Say thanks for not giving up. If I give up, we've lost everything. So why give up? That's the question. I don't think it would be nice to give up. Moken Tewa Lori, the other side, Mr. Bello, Mr. Jubril, the Prince, official. Shout out to Mr. Olumid. Happy birthday if you're the month of November. It is still live. This is a live transmission. 5:26 a.m. It's almost midnight in America. Some people have gone to bed while some are just going to work. I'm still asking the question. What have you gained from Nigeria? I mean, we've gained one or two things, but what do we want to gain more is the question. Kilafe gain more. And the other topic I use on the backup channel says, Oba King say, I can't trust anything about Yorubas. You must have had a bad experience, and there's nothing wrong in that not to trust. But I'm sure you trust a lot of Oyinbo, but most of them also are fraudsters and scammers. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But I'm not forcing you to trust anything. I don't trust any of the platforms that I'm using from YouTube. I don't know what they're doing with my data. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows. Do you know that China owns TikTok? Do you know what they are doing with it? Nobody knows. But we have actually kept our details with them. The European countries are fighting TikTok now. Do you know there's a mobile phone called Hawaii? America doesn't want to give them any more license. There's something that is going on between America and Hawaii because they believe that they will tap information from some of you. And the phone is very bad. Oh, bad by J. Not that I'm advertising for them. I've used it. Hawaii for me is still, I would prefer that than iPhone, but the only thing in iPhone is well secured. So when some of you say I can't trust anything Yoruba, but you are trusting a phone that you don't even know what they are doing with your details, your data. But I can understand. We've all experienced one thing or the other. So we must start trusting ourselves. Regardless of whatever you must have experienced, it's important. That is life, things happen, shit happen. I'm dealing with a case right now that somebody took 9.5 million. And I've given that person, some few more days to give me a plan how they want to pay the money back. I'm talking about 9.5 million. CSO or whatever they were doing last April. Any other one in London, outside London. And when I call him, was trying to pretend as if he doesn't know what I'm talking about. I understand because it's a very sensitive situation. Last April. You can't do it, pay the money back. If you have used the money, you're working, that problem here, you first pay the money back. The pounds is quite high. With 9.5 million, that's probably about somewhere about 8,000 pounds or whatever. And now. So that again is a big mistrust, because Maybe somebody. That's why I don't say. That's why the times I don't do visa, because I know it could be messy. Because the problem most of people don't know is that when you are saying somebody is a visa agent, they are literally not a visa agent. They are just information portal that you don't know, because you cannot go and find out what you need to do to put things together and submit a visa. Your visa is meant to be applied. I mean, they have agency and all that as well, but they don't make the decision. Decisions are made by àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké, àwọn yẹn tí wọ́n club ní sin tó ń ṣe fàájì. Àwọn ọmọ tó máa decide visa yín, àwọn wà ní club ní sin tó bá dijọ́ Monday wá kọ̀ rí application yín ta lélẹ̀. I have 30 million. O dẹ̀ gbé 30 million síbẹ̀ ní last week. Olóòpó stupid ni. Nítorí sọ fún ni pé fraud nìyẹn. The money is meant to have been built in that account in the last 6 months or 1 year. Ẹ wá ní ìyá lẹ́yìn kan ni kò jẹ́ kẹ́ gba visa. Ṣé mọ̀ pé psychology ló fi ń ṣe ìlú yìí? So they are just agents. I mean, yeah, you can pray around it and say, "Kolon jeko gba." I mean, yeah, those agents might be perfect. Why do you think that some driver instructor failed and some do not? I remember when I was doing my driving license, driving test, and I've been driving before, I eventually passed. But tí mo wá lọ train lábẹ́ ni ó wá sọ fún mi, ó ní have you driven before? Money, no, I started driving when I came to this country. I never drove in Africa, in Nigeria. Only what kind of vehicle do you drive? Money, I drive van. Okay, now I know. I'm not talking of me. Only what we need to do, only you can drive. I'm sure everybody can drive. But there's what I call the bad habit. Only what I want to do with you in the next week is to remove those bad habits until you pass. To bá wá pass, bá máa drive kó máa fọwọ́ kan mú sìgá, èmi ò mú sìgá, kó máa tó bá ṣáà ti mọtí yó. What you need to do first is I will remove the bad habit. Tó bá ti lè yọ the bad habit, you will pass. Wallahi, mo pass in you. I mean, I haven't driven in the last 3 years now. But in Nigeria now, some of you are putting the agent on pressure. Ìjọba ti fún lówó, so people ló máa ṣe visa yẹn, ló dẹ̀ máa gba visa fún ẹ, you're a born bastard. Àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké ló ń decide ní Liverpool àti gbogbo ibi tí ọ́fíìsì wọn bá wà ní UK bíbá. So they look at the application. Look, they can decide your application within 3 minutes. They don't need to look at everything. It is called the psychology. 1 month of a war. Okay. You say you are Mr. Olayomi Koiki. Or to the document you say you are Olayomi Koiki. Kí ló dé tó fi Mr. sí? Ṣé mọ̀ pé nílùú yìí, if my name is misspelled in any way I put the information, I must call them and tell them to rectify it, because that means ẹlòmíì mo tún jẹ́ yẹn. Mo kàn já yín sí ni o. So your agents are just there. They are agents, just to guide you. And you lie there. And you can pray about it and hope that, the visa comes out. But don't think that I will not make a decision. The decision is made by people like me and you. Ọlọ́run lè wà bless ẹ. Ẹlòmíì apply lẹ́ǹkan wọ́n fún gbáǹ. Ó dẹ̀ ti jókòó pa sí bíbá. Ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ apply 3, 4, 5, 7 times wọ́n fún. So, but do you know that the same visa that I fight láti fi wọ̀ lóyè, àwọn ọmọ sí tèmi in the 80s ẹnu ọ̀nà ló ti ń gba visa. So the question is, ta ló gain in Nigeria? Maybe irú àwọn ọmọ sí tèmi gain in Nigeria, because at that time the Nigerian passport was very good. Abákọ̀ ti dẹ́nu ọ̀nà ní pọ́n á lò fún welcome to London or wọlé nìyẹn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé tó ń lọ sí Liverpool, ra aṣọ, ra this, ra that. Lọ sí Marks and Spencer was the top notch níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Kò ń ṣe nonsense náà ṣe nísìn. Àwọn náà ti ń ṣe rubbish. Tó bá ra aṣọ Marks and Spencer, especially office, àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́fíìsì. Somebody was even saying now, bàbá mi kan ní nígbà tí náírà ní tó níyì nìyẹn, kò ń ṣe nísìn tí náírà ò níyì mọ́, owó yẹn ti wọ gbẹ́. Wọ́n ní nígbà tí náírà pronunciation mi nígbà mi wife mi máa ń correct mi wá ní mo pronounce ẹ̀ dáadáa nígbà tí náírà tó níyì. So I'm asking the question now is ṣé àwọn tó gbádùn ní 80s yẹn nísìn ẹ mọ̀ pé nínú wọn ṣì ń sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà máa better, we are looking for good leaders. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ti sá lọ nísìn mo ní kó sọ éèjì wọn lè sá lọ. I'm sure he lives in UK. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbé ní UK ẹ careful gan. Ẹ̀yin wà níbi tí comfortable to some extent. Ẹ ní pé we are looking for good leaders ní Nàìjíríà. Níbo lẹ ti fẹ́ rí? Maybe that was when the Nigerian passport was good because owó yìí níyì. Ó níyì pẹ̀lú ilé. Ó dẹ̀ níyì pẹ̀lú owó ìyá Ṣàlẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ tẹ́ wà lórí TikTok. Èmi mo ṣe background yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. Nígbà tó owó yẹn níyì tó níyì lélẹ̀. Owó yóò níyì mọ́ nísìn. So Tinubu fẹ́ make sure pé ó níyì for the next 4 years. Tóun bá wá ṣe tán Fúlàní kan tó wá gbé ṣẹ́rù pé Cardoso ló máa wà níbẹ̀ wọ́n ní yọ. Cardoso can never be the central bank governor for the next 16 years. And for us to have that kind of stability, Biaru Cardoso yẹn láti wà níbẹ̀ for the next, even Emefiele was a very good guy. It's just that Fúlàní tọwọ́ bọ̀ brain orí ẹ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe tọwọ́ bọ̀ brain ní Ọ̀ṣínbàjò. Bàbá mi Ọláwí ló sọ pé Naira was acceptable anywhere in the world. Wọ́n lè ṣe kí láwọn ọmọ mi fi sábẹ́ abẹ́mi ní iṣẹ́ àwọn òpó kankan gún mi lẹ́sẹ̀ láti nǹkan. Nígbà yẹn wọ́n ní èmi ò tí dé London báyọ̀ 1998 lèmi dé lu. Wọ́n ní tó bá dé London Victoria wà á rí exchange rate ọmọ akọ náírà lọ síbẹ̀ nísìnyí kó lọ wò bí wà á rí náírà lórí board pump bastard ẹ̀tẹ́ dá kankan mọ́ a máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ máa bá wa gé òní bíbá. Eunice àwọn ti Biafra Eunice Uchechi máa ń lẹ̀pà sí àbí ṣúgà ni. How's Canada? Don't worry, when I come Canada I go chop for your house. You go cook ogbono and your husband will go sit down, we go talk. After that maybe we go run, maybe Nigeria will don't break self. The pen robbers finish Nigeria. Òyìnbó ńlá nìyẹn. Some of you don't know the meaning of that. Pen robbers. Here's my pen. The most àwọn tó kò ń ṣe gbogbo yín o torí máa lọ́ọ́ máa ní Kóìkì kí ló wá dé báyìí tó wá ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn tó jalè jù ní Nàìjíríà àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní civil service. They are born bastard. Mọ̀mísí mi jẹ́ kó yé mi pé a contractor is no longer a contractor because the civil servant have become contractor. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Ṣé mo parọ́? I'm talking about generally now. I'm not specifying on Yoruba. It doesn't matter whether they are in Southeast, Middle Belt, Southeast, Southwest, South, Northeast, FCT. Every single one of them have now become their own contractor as well. And it wasn't like that before. What it used to be, from what I was told, is that the civil service, you will go there, and bid, though nobody know, but now the civil service are now the main contractor. So we have a lot of contractor outside looking for the bidding. But the bidding is no longer coming outside because the Olori Buruku civil servants have taken control of it. And that is why they were, oh yeah, definitely. I'll be definitely coming to visit you. Thank you so much. And let me greet my Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, Airborne, Woto Woto. So today, rather than having the civil service that will be there, be paid, because how did we get to where there's a particular name they call when you are trying to get a contract from the state government and the federal. What's the name called? You put the bidding in, you do that. The same thing they do here in UK as well. You submit your bidding, they will now decide who to give. But again, people go behind the door and then, Africa. What a continent. So I'm still asking, what do we want to gain? Do we have anything to lose? tá a bá ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́. I'm sure we have more to gain than what to lose. Do we have anything to lose? Àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ àpòrò tí ń kọ́ àwọn ebe ilẹ̀ tí ń mọ̀ now. Yeah, you're right, Silver Badmus. Bó ṣe ṣe nìyẹn, the killer, they remove the eye. Okay, Silver Badmus, I love this your yellow. Oh yeah, kí n máa wọ̀ níta ni. I shouldn't be wearing it in the house. It's for so that when I'm outside in the dark, the reflection, they can see me. Ìyá mi Dorcas, wọ́n ní Nigeria can never have a good leader. Ẹni tó sọ pé good leader ti sá lọ nísinsìnyí kò dá mi lóhùn. I'm sure the person is a diaspora. I can feel it. Because I asked few questions, he's run away. We were looking. Muni Boyenle sọ pé good leaders since 1960. When are they going to get the good leaders? My grandmother died at the age of 90 plus. Yes, tender. Yes, God's love. Yes, you tender for the, whatever it is, maybe even to supply, because I mean the whole country is so corrupt that, do you know that people supply things to the ministry? Do you know that you can supply things to the schools? You get the contract, your job is maybe to supply the blackboard, and you go and do it. I was watching one of the clip from the minister of the new minister of works and roads, and he I can't remember what she saw, but he was actually saying that the way they are throwing money into the project, they are giving money that cannot even do the exact project. So it's like they are wasting money. The wastage in Nigeria is just too much. And most of what is happening in Nigeria now, Mr. Wasiu Akinyele àwọn bàbá tó dá, wọ́n ní civil servant corrupt the politicians too. I should pin that one. I love that. How many people agree with him? Mukibu, that didn't call me that. No, I called him. Sometimes I just, people send a message and I just, out of the blue, I said, let me call them back. So I spoke to one of my, our daddy, if they was at the Dagbajuala, any daddy wa, Nigeria. So, AY Sport, I cite you. Mr. Koiki, as a dealer, I sold cars to one local government, one car of 1 million, and my own receipt, a type one making 2 receipts with 3 million. I'm scared of what to eat from it. He tell you, sorry, there's a lot of businesses that can be done, within the government parastatal, but they've kept it to themselves. It's no longer coming out to the public, and the public are still telling you they're looking for good leaders. One bastard, Or Tigani. So I'm going to come back to what I wanted to say, regarding the civil servant again. I called this my daddy. He's older than me. You can tell at least by the picture one. So I called him. I was actually eating, and he was saying that because so many factors, the answers, they're still scared, poverty, or that if you want, if you go share, or to go to Nigeria or India, or to be water. Look, there's a lot of spiritual things that they've done in Nigeria. What the pastor should be praying for now is to unleash that evil, but rather the pastor are praying another way, prayer, and the same thing with Imam, and all our relationships, some of them are so corrupt. So I'm not going to touch on that area now. But what I'm saying is that what make me laugh is that daddy Yawani and one name moto only man bomb me by anything. We have maybe till about more tabango replay. Only Koiki, money Jeep on be a V6 in a V8 the engine. Only but I want to be jolly be a tato taco sona. Only cosing go to show a pony. On our ya pack a silly. Money daddy, clear no gbé mọ́tò yẹn káàkiri fún. Ẹ kọ́ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ àdúgbò máa bú yín pé ẹ jẹ́ bàbá yìí lọ ta mọ́tò yìí dànù jàre kò yí dìst. Torí ọmọ bá yín ti délé ni. Àbí kọ́ lọ rẹ pò sí. Can you imagine that? A Yoruba, I'm sure that man must have had a lot of money, but he can't afford because he was talking about their family one or their daughter one, that schools there in UK. The man seems to even know the landmark of London and England. Talking about masters, Birmingham, and that. So you can imagine. Are you one of those as well? Maybe you are still moving your own car. One day that car will not be able to be moved because the price is going up. Not that the price shouldn't go up, but the question is, if you are making money back, look, we live here now. It's like me to be complaining that, I'm bread it if it money back up. Imagine I go to the store where they make those bread and I say, £3.40. I can't buy it. Can you sell it for £3? But as long as I am making money, I should be able to buy the bread. So what is happening is, you are not making the money that you used to make some 10, 20 years ago. The money continues to reduce. Many of you are not making that money anymore. Yes or no? Because something is taking the money, and it is called inflation. Is the worst case scenario. Nigeria is running on double digit. Imagine increase the price of petrol threefold without a corresponding increase in income. I think I saw that on Twitter or something. From somewhere to somewhere is 700 naira. From CMS to TBS. Lori BRT leleyo. What we calculated, look, I think it's a video. Lawyer, a lot of people are doing content in Nigeria, so there's too many of them. So one is speaking, there's another lawyer at the back. Only 700, go. 700, come. 1,004. Multiply that by 30 days. That's about 35,000 naira. Elogoni wages. The situation in Nigeria is worse than pathetic. Anibaba 007 say, I was surprised, sir. So, how do we then say that we want to continue to gain from Nigeria when Nigeria is not allowing us to flourish as people? Regardless of whether you are Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, the Nigeria today is not allowing us to flourish. Yes or no? We are not. I think I should go and do tea. So let's take a short interlude. One of those jingles. Okay, there's another jingle that this one is got to do with she will send this in Shabai. Okay, Mawalati Olayomini. One of our model local way, and the title of the book is something suicidal. Please, I know a lot of you are going through depression. I beg you, please don't commit suicide. Mo bẹ̀yín ni. Ó better kẹ́ máa tọrọ. Tèmi ò bá fún yín, ẹlòmíì á fún yín o. Èmi ò ṣe giveaway lórí platform yìí o. But I'm sure there will be people that will be ready to support you. Not that I don't support people, but our platform don't have the means to be doing that. So, mo fẹ́ lọ mórúkọ ìwé yẹn jáde. Yeah, it's called Enough is Enough on Domestic Violence by Reverend Mrs. Margaret B. Olawaye. Anibaba Sokwe Tinubu said he needed 6 months. I think we're all just being a little bit. I think 6 months is too early. I don't know. I'm not an economics, and I'm not here to defend Tinubu because I'm not being paid for that. Ejeki Angale and Julia bikini yenje kowashibe. Chatbot in relation. Okay, it's not. Anyway, let's listen to this one. Ejeki law plug o making sheti. Àwọn àtàwọn alábroad tó bá dẹ̀ mú tí wọ́n máa lọ tọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá ni ẹ̀rọ tí wọ́n ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Albert ẹ̀ka ọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà ti jí àwa ti wà lórí ètò láti more than 1 hour 46 minutes Saturday. Also mo bẹ̀ wá I was watching Yedara yesterday. You know, most of you come into the program. We appreciate you settle down. You don't thumbs up. You know, it doesn't send a good signal to the, you know, to the algorithm. It's the algorithm. It's not that, you know, we want money from this. You know, we just want you to love, share. I don't normally say it before, but I've been told that, you know, it's stupid for me to sit here and be telling my people, I want to make myself, but don't share, you know. So I stopped that. In the last few months now. So when you come on the program, you know, even if it's 57 people watching right now on Koiki Media, only 11 people love it, you know, love it. I mean, thumbs up, you know, it's unfair. So Mr. Shegun is 6 months is too early, but he bought himself yacht. Chotira yacht yani, ema je ká parọ́ mọ́ Tinubu. Ọ̀nà fẹ́ ra ni bọ̀ àmọ́ bí ó ti ra o. Báwo de fẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ kan máa ní Koiki orí platform ẹ̀ tí wàá di onírọ̀ platform. Ẹ mọ̀ pé international platform ni bíbá ẹ mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe local champion ni mí. So ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ká bá níbẹ̀ o. Tó bá yẹ pé beat ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹ wọ́ òkè o. I'm not sure. One of the yacht has been delivered. Níbo lèmi wà kẹ̀. Theophilus Akíntúndé ẹni ẹ lò sà èmi náà ní ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tí ọjà ọ̀gbọ̀n. Mo kí àwọn Koiki Media tí ẹ jẹ́ lọ ṣe tí àwọn àrùn ikùn mi ti ń kọrin sí mi lára. Ṣọyẹ ká play lè ká lọ ṣe kí n lọ ṣe tí mo ń bọ̀. Mo fẹ́ play jingle mọ́mì wa yẹn ó dà pé ó wà lórí fóònù mi so bí àyẹ̀ máa díjọ́ mi. Wọ́n ní kò tí ì gba yacht yẹn náà ẹ má yẹ ká san tá àti rí o. Ṣẹ́yìn ti rí yacht yẹn ní dáàdì wa àbí? Wọ́n ní the chief of naval staff confirm having taken delivery of the yacht. Màá láti wá wò yẹn lórí Google sí ẹ mi mú padà bọ̀ ẹ má bínú. I got to play another one. Mo ti ń plug omi so wáyé pé Nàìjíríà ní sí ilé máa lọ ẹ̀ṣẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan lọ tán. Ṣáwọn èèyàn ṣì ń lo ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì fi kerosene dáná ní Nàìjíríà. Ìyà jẹ ní Nàìjíríà yẹn náà dé ọ. Grandma mi kíní kerosene la máa ń lò. Àwọn àdá kerosene àwọn òwú yẹn ìgbà mi àti lọ́lẹ̀ àṣẹ máa yọ wá sókè. So okay, wọ́n náà ti deliver bọ́wọ́ tí sanwó company wo ló wá deliver tó sanwó kẹ irú business wo ni ẹ kẹ ẹ̀yẹ ká tún lọ play one more advert omi ẹ̀ ló ń dún yẹn ṣé mo fẹ́ play video audio ìṣá kọ̀sì mi kọ́ mo ní ta ló ti wo ibi tí ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ gbọ́ díẹ̀ náà ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kọ̀sì mi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yẹn. wọ́n dáwọn òun jẹjẹ mọ́ ní ìlú Arálòpọ̀ àbí somewhere like that èmi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yẹn mo lè fi lọ lo fídíò ní fídíò so ṣe é ká play advert ti tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. àwọn Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà Society of Nigeria ẹ ṣáà mọ àwọn Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà tó bá ń tẹ̀lé wa káàkiri wọ́n ní kerosene is now 1,200 per litre. 1,200 kẹ̀ kí ló dé tó ṣe wọ́n tó yẹn? Èló ni diesel nísìn? Mo kí Mr. Bámidélé Aliu. Bishop Adesina ní House of Representatives council the budget. What council ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni? Anything is possible in Nigeria anyway. Presidency is the law, not even legislature or judiciary. Èló ni diesel ní Nigeria nísìn? A lo kerosene yẹn bíi lọ́dọ̀ alájà. Àwọn kí ló máa ń pè kíní yẹn gangan? Kò ń ṣe kerosene mo fẹ́ sọ. Kíní tó máa fi ń dáná yẹn gangan tó máa ń lo kerosene. Ìyẹn ni mo ń try láti rántí omi yẹn ti hó. Ẹ jẹ́ n play advert kan sí kí tó lọ omi yẹn ti hó. Mọ̀ ń bọ̀. Kí lorúkọ kíní tó máa ń pè? Tá máa ń fi gbóúnjẹ sí gangan. Àwọn arọ kerosene a máa fi òwú sí. Wọ́n bá grandma mi jà ní. Wọ́n ní kí n lọ yọ àwọn òwú yẹn ti lọ sílẹ̀. Àgbà máa fihàn lójú. Àwọn lo gas nígbà yẹn. I'm talking about 1995. Bí wọ́n gbà tí wọ́n á kúrò lọ́dọ̀ wọn bí wọ́n padà wá lo gas, I don't know. Stove àti lantern. Stove. Ẹ mọ̀ pé business gidi ni business yẹn, but ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo stove yẹn importation náà ni. A lọ kó stove wa. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé stove yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pé àjàkúta ó ṣiṣẹ́ lára nǹkan tó yẹ kó máa ṣe nìyẹn. Mo ń bàjẹ́ lọ ṣe kí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe. Àti play lé lẹ́ǹkan. Ẹja play ti ilé December 2nd. Stove àti lantern. A máa lọ import yẹn wá àtùpà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Kò sí ilé kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ní. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì máa ń ta mosquito coil. Kìíní ẹ̀dẹ̀ ó wà dangerous náà mosquito coil. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà l'Amẹ́ríkà tí a bá fẹ́ lọ sùn lẹ́sẹ̀ mọ́ lọ́dọ̀ tí wàá ń bìbá ẹni o. Ẹ bá bínú ìyọ̀kan ní God have mercy. Koiki didn't remember stove again. Abroad is good o. 3 years. Ìmọ̀ àti grandma mi. Èmi máa ń dákà jẹ ni. Bàbá ní kí n lọ ṣe stove yẹn máa ní ẹ jẹ́ kí n bá yẹn lọ pé bọ́sẹ̀ wà lókè. Èmi ń jáde lọ nìyẹn. Èmi lọ jẹun níta. Wọ́n ní ìyá ẹ̀ ti fowó ránṣẹ́. Owó yẹn máa tó tàn. Mo ní ẹ jẹ́ kù sí náná. Láti dọ́dọ̀ phase 2 alámàlà. Ẹ ta àmàlà fún fìjàre. Ìwájú àmàlà tán àti lọ jẹ toast bread. Àṣegbó kìíní yẹn toast bread yẹn máa ń gùn mí jọ̀yìn. Ọlọ́run lè lo mọ́tọ́ máa ń fi sáwọn ọbẹ̀ yẹn ní Nàìjíríà. Ọbẹ̀ yẹn máa ń dùn bíi àkókò mọ́tọ́ ń fi sí. Oríṣiríṣi náà lè láti gbọ́. Wọ́n á fọ̀dí sínú ṣe kìíní kan. Tó bá tó wá lọ sí Marina, àwọn ráìsì burúkú kan wà lọ́nà Marina yẹn. Èmi máa gbéra láti inú phase 2 máa lọ jẹ ráìsì ní Marina. Ṣáwọn workers ẹ̀ ṣì ń jẹun níta ṣá. Mo rí àwọn káì tó lọ ń disturb àwọn ìyá tó ń tajà. Eunice, you dey laugh. Me I dey chop anything o. You know, and there be some people wey dey put ẹja yọyọ ẹja yẹn wọ́n máa wọ̀nyàn lójú yìnyínyínyínyínyínyínyín So the moment we are don't finish money, then it used to be Western Union, Nigeria or by Western Union. Yahoo yahoo, boys, boys, lò pa. Your calling mo ìrántí stove. Ṣé mi lo stove ní bíbá? Do you know that they came to service my gas and the boiler simultaneously? I posted the video of the boiler anyway, technician. So bàbá tó wá fix the gas yẹn wá ń bi mí pé do you use gas in the house? Money yes. Nígbà tó dé kitchen. But you say you use gas. Money yes. But this one is electric. The thing with me I carry for headache. You should have asked my wife. But when you're ready, money you should have asked my wife. If I was in London, God, I'm over here. You're calling for me copy Latin America. So I'm still here asking the question. Ilé-iṣẹ́ money. Àti wà lágo mẹ́fà, èyí tí wà lágo méje. Kò ń ṣe fault wa náà. Ṣé wọn láàyè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni? I don't use stove now. Àfihàn lójú. Àwọn NEPA. Tell them when inside phase 2 we get the NEPA office. So I can switch it off. Put everybody in darkness. And grandma me honey like that to power. Especially that mosquito coil. All those green stuff. And I'm told it's very poisonous, but a lot of us have used it. It was when I got to UK, I was told that it's not good at all. What that is joy. So what we normally do is our man facing no abo ayu. Ó tún láwọn plate kan tó máa ń lò tó bá lọ jẹun náà àwọn àmàlà yẹn. Kò dàbí pangolo, kò dàbí pan. Ó máa ń funfun báyìí. They are not authentic metal. You can tell. Òun ló máa ń sábà lo àwọn búkà yẹn. Very cheap one. Stainless. You don't suffer for that country, man. I'm talking about 95, where my mom said they send like, sometimes she said, I mean, I can't estimate how much she was sending then, but she was sending top notch pounds. I'm talking about 1995. As soon as I finished secondary school, I found myself inside Lagos Island. Fine girls, all this, big boy. I'm a London. Yeah, one London. To send a Shifaji. First man, she fancy carnival. Then there used to be the problem where the only thing I hate about Lagos is because any small thing they man pagoni, kilo day, any small thing paka or the pagoti guna, So I always like it's crazy. Yeah, because I'm not used to that. I found it very difficult to settle with that when I first got to Lagos. Any small thing, what you pago, what you going on, I will call them to hospital. I will call them to see. There's a police station that this our king Obakiolu. Yeah, but when he was in Lagos State Clinical Police in that Anyday, the king Obakiolu, he had a wife in phase 2. He had 2 wives. One lives in phase 2, Anyday. Yeah, Eunice, yeah. I finished in 1995 in Abeokuta Grammar School. Okay, you finished in 97. And you find girls in that man living by. And you that's your wall living by. Okay, now I know. But the only thing I didn't know Ibadan until I finished secondary school. My sister went to FGGC Oyo, look along. Gbogbo bẹ̀rẹ̀ nísìnyí ọ̀bẹ pọ̀tẹ́ bí olùtí criminal àwọn terrorists and kidnap àwọn èèyàn. Mom sí mi ti take a risk gan báyẹn. Gbéra gbójú lọ sí FGGC Oyo. Can't do all that now anymore because of this terrorist bomb bastard. Somebody said that makes some people love Lagos. Ọmọ apágo gidi ni. I hate it. That's why I don't go to most of the, they do jump, during Christmas, more than I love the ambience, but the problem is the moment they start breaking bottles and all that, I've seen people that they've actually destroyed their head, their eyes, níbi tó ti ń jùgò. So me and they run from all that nonsense. Or JJC gave me. So, and I've always been, one all the time, especially my mom. I'm born London. London. When you move to Unilag, my mom say no, Unilag, you call Unilag in it. How many hours have we done? We got 1 more hour to go, hopefully. So the program ends in 3 hours. So we got 1 more hour. Let me open the phone line, so in case you want to call in. Let's listen to the advert a little bit more, and then we allow calls to come through. You're calling Koiki, you run away. I don't go run away. I can't for him for more. But this time around, anything will happen. Then maybe we're there for now. And when they play football is another problem. Lagos Island, they just like fight. Any small thing, fight. I've seen people where so kí ló dé tó ṣe so ṣọlọ́ọ̀dá lè so ní ká tó mọ̀ pàkà ìjà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí ló dé, and any small thing wọ́n gba betting ju kí ló dálẹ̀ lọ. Wàhálà tàtẹ̀ ń sàn kankan fún mi lánàá pé some people want something experts 45 million, and they didn't pay them out. They say there was a mistake. I don't know. What is going on in Imo State? Prophet Emmanuel Obi, you want to pray for Imo State election? I know. Okay, let me ask. I'm a bit lost. She Hope Uzodinma, is he recontesting again, or is he complete his tenure and there's a new person? Crown Constant said we shall survive. Yeah, we are gonna survive. In Lagos, nowhere is peace. Okay. Mr. Kolawole Dadi Ekabo, in Germany. I want to allow to láti 2 hours. Eunice. Àwọn babes tó máa ń wọlé nígbà táwa ti wà ní sẹ́ẹ̀tì kan nìyẹn, àwọn ti 1997. Àwa ni senior yín o, Eunice will be your senior, will be your senior. So no rest, no peace for Lagos. Then I love traveling from Lagos to Surulere. It's 2 different locations entirely. When you go to Surulere, it seems that everything is calm. What about big boys? Before everybody come the Mugo, Ikoyi, now they go to Banana Island. Now they're going into the river. Everybody just they push Banana Island. On buy house now, they say 450 billion. Can they come million? People are struggling, man. Even people that has good business in Nigeria, the criminal Pozima is contesting. Okay, that is why it's killing a lot of people. Anyway, if you are in Imo State, Biafra say sit at home. Sit at home. Don't let Opus Odima go kill you. Is Tinubu back in Nigeria, or is he still in Saudi Arabia? It's Tinubu today. What of we passed out in 1984? That delay, 1984 bíi ti báwo, ẹ̀yin àti Buhari lẹ́jọ́ lọ sí school, ẹ̀yin àgbégbà tí Buhari gboyè tó overthrow Nigeria nìyẹn. I think Buhari overthrown in 1983 or 84. Ẹ̀yin senior wa nìyẹn, ẹ̀yin senior said. Prophet Emmanuel, he has not one project to mention after 4 years, because he's supporting terrorists now, Fulani man. Seun Okinbaloye interviewed Opus Odima. He asked about Nnamdi Kanu. The guy just go around. I do one project. And I'm thinking, and I didn't even realize that my wife had it as well. Say, are you the one against Nnamdi Kanu not being released? That is the question. He said, we are doing the road, we are doing a project, we are doing that. Yeah. Shout out to those of you that finished in 1984. School, Shabio Baptist, Then I'm okay. I see, Mr. Koiki, have you been to Ajegmule, Ijora Badia? Tibasa ko mo de vero ni mo pa o. Ko ma ngba Ajegmule yan ni. Ajegmule. Ni mo wa kiri me. Ajegmule ke. Me from Lagos, island, mainland, come back, or Ikeja, where my cousin stays. Look, then it's just. Do we still have the Lapakine Tropicana or Lapakine something? You know, Nigeria. So those 3 areas I go, I don't go anywhere. I avoid Mushi. It's too rowdy. Mushike. Somebody wants to interview me from Mushi. Any authentic baby go. I'm told that somebody wants to interview us from one of the radio or something in Mushi. And you are send audio. I hope you are not working for Tinubu. Only one interview Koiki Media. I mean, I do grant interview. I don't have a problem with that. That is the job that we do. Ajégúnlẹ̀ kí ni mo wá kiri. Ṣé ìjọra bá dé àìkọ́ láwọn ọmọ aláìmọ̀ ti ń ta gbogbo pẹ́pẹ́ yẹn? Ó dà kí mo débẹ̀ yẹn rí. There was a time that I felt this suya spice. Mojamosa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mojamosa la fi mọ kíkanjú. Mojamosa ni. Some people don't know that. There's always another day to fight. I think the social media has really helped us a lot. Prophet Emmanuel went on to say the living Imo State youth are going through depression after this total darkness of Imo State. Wow. Election is not a problem to Nigeria. We end this program at 6:30. I think I'm feeling a little bit tired. So we have 20 more minutes. I can't take it to 7 o'clock. So stay with us for another 20 minutes. We'll end the program together so that everybody can go and sleep, especially those in the North America, Canada, people for Russia. I never say Abdullah. We have Abdullah Jilo Shisha, until United Arab Emirates. No food, no money. It's not just in Imo State to daddy. It's everywhere. I don't understand why we have a land, we have water, we have sun, and people are still hungry. It's just so sad. It's a very sad situation. Okay, that one is K2. Then I love Ojuelegba as well. I used to have an auntie that lives in Ojuelegba, but I'm a pickpocket Ojuelegba, so I actually try to avoid that area as well. Then there was another place at Alakara. Alakara in lower opposite Katodojo Legba. I mix it up. I don't know too much places, I spent most of my time in Abeokuta. So by the time I got back to Lagos, I only spent 3 years and I traveled out of Nigeria. So each time I go to Nigeria, I don't know nowhere. I drove once in Nigeria when I came back, I think 2017. Somebody gave me a car. If you like motor, too much traffic, just a burn the motor, just a burn air condition. I go on my Okada. Somebody wanted to say Koiki. That was before we started Yoruba Nation now. Can't take that risk anymore now. My face is too popular now for me to take that risk. So I drove myself a few times. I entered one chance in Ojuelegba in 2006. It was near-death experience. Did you hear that? That's Uniso in 2006. Me, I don't leave Nigeria. I've left Nigeria then. Me too, I don't stay long for this UK. Mr. Deremi, good morning to you, Sue, as well. Welcome to the program. Okay, we have a call coming through. Mosquito coil almost got a house burn last week. Again, the woman put it through the window. That's in danger. So let's hear from Bishop Addition a little bit before we end the program. Hello, Bishop.
Hello, good morning, Koiki.
You're welcome, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
God bless you.
Amen.
Self-determination movement. Let me just put it like this, that we running things, or happens, those ones, they are out of the way. They don't even know what is happening. They're ignorant of what is happening. The people that watch things happen, they have idea of what is happening, but they stand on the fence. They get come and say, no, nobody taking it. Then we have the third set, the people that make things happen, the people that actually executing things. Now, we have these numbers of Yoruba people on that middle class, people that watch things happen. They stay at the fence watching things playing off. Playing. And when you see people commenting like that, you can detect by the kind of statement or question they are making. The kind of statement or question they are making. Number one, if a man feels that, okay, Ruba, you don't understand Ruba. Why can't you go and find out? Call Professor Banji Akitoye and find out.
Okay.
Many programs that we have done, Baba himself is the one that came out and introduced it and talked about it.
Okay.
And called me out. That time when we are even working Ruba ready, and Baptist was ready. Then this was a lot of our people are myopic. They don't know the gravity of what they are asking for.
Okay, let me come in there. Is it because we are also not educating them on what we are talking about?
It's not because we are not educated.
Because let me rephrase it this way again.
Okay.
In a society like where we are, because what we're trying to do, we're trying to raise the bar. We should not assume that people know anything. That is the reason why we are doing what we are doing continuously. It is a pain. Sometimes we sit here 3, 4, 8 hours. But what I'm trying to say is that if we look at a society where something will be implemented, even if it's just a small change to implement something, I'm talking about in UK now, we will be given enough different reason why that thing is meant to be. And I'm going to take you back to one particular London borough of Anyday. And this is what I don't want us to put a blame on the people now. I think what we should be doing more now is we want them to come out and consistent education. And this is why I'm saying that I always try to say that if they call it a business, it's a business. That's number one.
Yes.
Because what people want to know is the truth of what is behind it. And as long as people understand that, oh yes, like I said earlier, somebody wants to send me $50 from US and they're already complaining that PayPal is going to remove money, even if they're removing £3. And I have to explain to the person that, look, if you still go through this another route called Cash App will still remove money. So let's say now that somebody wants to send money through Ruba, they must also understand that Ruba will charge them. We shouldn't give them the impression that it's going to be free, because that way they might start asking questions. And I'll let you continue. Go ahead now. Yeah.
Okay. In all adverts or presentations that we have made, there was no particular time we told people that it's free. But what I want to, the scenario I want to let people to understand, the people are responding. The people are responding. People are responding. Even people that
not. It's a private business.
So why do you hear that there is a bank and you feel because they say it's Yoruba person, you feel are we running a socialism government? Are we already in our country? Did Yoruba has the resources that is extracting that want to be invested? Don't you know it is some group of people that invested into that thing and it's a business?
And let me add this to let me add this. Yeah.
And the Yoruba self-determination leadership.
And let me add this to it as well. There's all kind of different bank accounts in this country. Currently, right now, my business account is not with any of these high street banks because I don't trust them anymore. Not the Barclays, not the HSBC, not the Lloyds, the NatWest that we've known. I am now banking with Tide. I don't know where they are. As far as I'm concerned, I pay at least monthly up to £20 service charge for running that business account. But I am satisfied with the services I'm getting as against going to the high street. So I think you got to start understanding that we are moving away from a contraction country called Nigeria, and we're gonna do different things. But right now we don't have the country yet. So what we are doing right now is we are preparing our mind, because look, if we have Yoruba country now, I might decide to have a kind of my own mobile network. There's nothing wrong in that. As long as the country, I will have to pay the tax. Why do you think the Glo, the MTN, they're making money? They are monopoly at the moment. We got to break them into pieces. Because the reason why they're taking so much money for all this contraction, MTN and Glo, is because they don't want you and me to penetrate the market. And I'll give you an example before I go back to Bishop again, because I'm now questioning Bishop here right now. I'm not going to side him. I'm a journalist. We got to make sure we vet everything. What I'm saying is that there's a guy called Rupert Murdoch. I'm sure some of you that lives in the UK. He's a billionaire. Rupert Murdoch. They are one of the most richest guys that are into neutrality. Rupert Murdoch. They are rich, but they are controlling the media in a way. And what the British government did was they break them into pieces so that they don't have the highest shareholder to control the narratives. Oloni Sky. So, and today, Sky, they are not just, in my house, I have Sky. They are not just running a Sky TV like the DSTV. They also have, what they call the mobile network. You can buy a mobile phone from them as well. You can buy insurance from them. You can buy many services from them. So I think especially those diaspora that wants to be knocking this kind of project off is a shame, because what we should be doing, okay, Bishop, what are you doing? Let's come into it. Let's see. Maybe it's something that we can partner. If not, we don't want to partner. Can we set up our own as well? How do we do it? But rather than sit back and then trying to knock something off because you are not familiar with it, but some of you are investing your money in some of the places that you cannot even say in the near future you'll get something out of it.
They are investing in places that they don't even see the director. Now you can call me. You can reach out to me. But where many of them are even investing, or the mobile app, some of them are using to start, they don't even know, they can't even call the customer care. And whenever they say this one is a Yoruba man, you feel because it's a Yoruba man. It's not the slavery mentality. Do you know who is Bishop Adesina? Do you know where I've trained? Do you know people that work with? I never worked in a Nigerian company. I work with multinationals through my life when I've been working. All the banks I've worked, they are white companies. That's where I train. I'm an HR. All the directors that will be manager of their branches, all what I will train them, they give Before I train them. So all what their directors become, I've become it first. Before I train them. Do you know how many Nigerian Yoruba person that is making
all right. Let me come in again there.
Look at that.
And
Look at that.
yeah.
That Yoruba man that is in this satellite this in America, NASA. Bàbá yẹn ó sọ wípé òun wá ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń lè train tó ń tẹ̀lé kó gbogbo knowledge tó ti ní ní NASA kó kó sí wọn lórí.
All right.
Who is ready to organize a group?
Let me come in there again, Bishop. I've now got a bit of Rupert Murdoch. Rupert. Murdoch is spelled Murdoch. In case some of you wants to go back and reference to this. Kate Rupert Murdoch, AC KCSG, is an Australian-born American business magnate, investor, and a media proprietor. He was born on the 11th of March 1931. As we speak today, he's age 92. He's still alive. Born in Melbourne, Australia, as a spouse, divorced in 2022, children, blah, blah, blah. His net worth is $17.7 billion as of 2023. This is what I'm about. This one not involved in politics, but again, they are very, very powerful. Let me tell you some of the organization that he founded. Some of you come on the social media, you must sit back and listen to us. We are not here joking. That is why I'm asking again this morning. Do we have nothing to lose when we go out of Nigeria? We have nothing to lose. We have so much to gain. Let me give you the organization that these are the organization he founded. Emma Fox News. He founded Fox News. Emma News Corp. He founded News Corp. Emma Sky News. He founded Sky News. He founded Sky. He found Fox and more as well. These are all the organizations. Only Sky Italia, only News Corporation, and only Fox Entertainment Group, and only Fox Sport, and only Sky, Fox Network Group, and only Fox Station, Sky Espana, Real Record. Continue to talk about it. So what am I trying to say here is they've literally dominated the media industry. They're never going to talk about Yoruba Nation. They're never going to talk about the breakup of Nigeria, because as far as they're concerned, that is not their business. They have other stakeholders that they are working underneath. Tebalowo, many of your companies in Nigeria, you'll be surprised that these guys have already invested in it behind the scene.
So I want more Yoruba have to come out from their cocoon, their slavery and their bondage mindset. Some of recently also for me why some of the Yoruba youths are bound, even though they are in the diaspora, they have the exposure, they are bound in their mind. A lot of them, some of them came from home that they were not treated well. Maybe their father has many wives or something like that. It's not all that behave like that. But hatred, kí wọ́n ti fi marginalize wọn láti inú ilé wọn. Kìíní yẹn ṣe wà nínú ìwà wọn, even outside that they are exposed. All their attitude, it shows that kind of to throw things down, to write up things down, in order to be a ladder or how to put it. Yoruba have to come out of that box. Now, when we started, it was just two banks, RBE, our own bank, and Ruba Cash, that is the one Yagbo Yaju and Baba Joseph control. Now we are 8 banks.
Okay, let me explain that. Hold on, Bishop. Hold on, Bishop. Hold on, Shubay. Hold on. Again, let me clarify that area, because this is where people are also kind of confused. Yeah, confused. Yeah. Breaking news: Bayelsa INEC official kidnapped in Sagbama, boat carrying 12 staff, capsized, election material destroyed. Good luck to them. Thank you so much, my brother, for giving us that breaking news, Ayomikun. When Bishop used the word propose, maybe Bishop, you must continue to emphasize on that word propose, because people might not understand that meaning of propose. It is not the official. It is the propose that is being used. We can even call it a pilot scheme, even if that's what you want to say. It's a pilot scheme that is working. Does not mean that we will not have our own later official Yoruba central bank. Look, I've said it before. 2 years it took to set up the CBN Act. The central bank didn't really need. It was 2 years before Nigeria got independent. So if we are running something right now that we think that is a proposed, does not mean that we might eventually accept it when we get the country. We don't have Yoruba nation now. We don't have it now. What we have now is just we are running what we call a movement. And in a movement, you can run so many things underneath as long as it is legal. We are not running an armed ammunition here. What we are saying is that what Bishop is proposing, we had a similar proposal with the constitution as well. And I think, Bishop, you might have to write something, in this template that we need to put on our website, and I can direct people there. There is a proposed constitution that was put together by my website, www.koikimedia.com. It was a proposed constitution. Does not mean that we are going to accept it, but people came together. These are legal lawyers. I mean, I'm going to bring that information up now. They put it together, and we read it then. We talked about it, and at the end of the day, it is still a proposed. Everything Tokosibe, we might accept it, we might not accept it. But what Bishop are doing right now, in the near future, the Yoruba government would definitely have to then look into it and vet it and probably say, okay, we will take one out of it. We will not take everything. We will not even take anything. It is why they call it proposed. So Teba Sotomani, Yoruba currency. Yes, it's right. We can say Yoruba currency, but it's a proposed. It's not mean that we have a country yet. Emma Sorolo Bishop.
Thank you very much. And the reason why Baba Akintoye gave the order for it to be released and to be active working is because there are three things. Number one, if there was an eye-opener during that January, February, March, Naira conversion, when people were walking and dying, falling and dying on the street, people thought this thing is a joke. When people were at the ATM junction, were fighting because people were going inside bank, making themselves, women, making themselves. How come we are so callous like this? We are too callous. You other people are too callous. We forget things easily. Even if like diaspora, you watch this thing on media, you should rise up the heart. This terrible happen, and this thing should not happen again. People were walking on the street and falling down and dying. Some people are dying in the house because they have money and they cannot collect that money in the bank. Some are sending money, the money cannot go, and the money is being deducted. It means that the people are using money to buy money. When you have 10,000 naira, you want to collect it, you will immediately collect like 3,000 naira, and 10,000 will be deducted. For you to have 3,000 naira, you have to pay 10,000 because there is no cash anywhere, and you have to rush that one because somebody else will come and they will say it is finished. You come late for you to collect 3,000 for your 10,000. These are the dilemma. People on the street, people cannot eat. People are drinking garri. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. We're already having that problem in UK.
All those are the measures that àwọn company òyìnbó àwọn báńkì òyìnbó yẹn wọ́n ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé ogún gbogbo yín ní diaspora lè sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ kéré ogún máa pọ̀ nílé. So all the reason is that so that you can be able to convert your money to ruba and bring your money home without restriction or money laundry or anything. That's the second purpose. The third purpose is so that we can even test run the economy of Yoruba people through the traffic that is using the Yoruba, and that analysis will be useful for our diplomatic explanation. Àwọn bàbá wa ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó tó bá ń bá wọn àjọ àgbáyé sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n á rí evidence and data to speak about concerning our economy. Àwọn ọ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ rò kó ràn Yorùbá nation. And you just some people just come out and be saying, look at that one saying God did not. What extent did you know about Ruba that he said God did not? He's on God. Go and download RB Travel. Do you ask questions? You don't ask. If we don't have iOS, we have Android. We are working on it. Go and use the website. All those things cost money. And we don't steal money and we don't beg you for money. So why are you people so myopic? Is that the way you react to the Western slave that tax you of your money because they know that your Babende is the one that use it? That doesn't we don't draw the sheet of whatever you think. Sorry for that language. We don't care about whatever you think. It's a pure business, yes, but we have MOU with Yoruba leadership.
Okay.
And whatever you use, whatever transaction you do with the Yoruba is for your good. And apart from that, it's for the good of Yoruba nation also. So that's what we want people to understand. But we are progressing. We are really progressing. We are really progressing. I told you that from two partners, we are now about 8. And more people are still applying. They want to run virtual bank too.
All right.
You let us know.
What we're gonna do, Bishop? I think I might have. Well, what we're gonna do? We're gonna have to bring you. We're gonna have to bring you in.
Dubai money, Libya money, Gambia money, and all that. Even Libya that they don't run bank. Do you know they don't run bank in Libya? Run bank in Libya.
Even gone. I think is it? What happened? Kenya can run can you pass or we pass or something like that.
It's just like the Bureaucracy don't run the bank you want it. But your Ruba can change to the Libyan money because we have partners over there.
All right.
So we are advancing, and we are professionals. So whatever interest you have, keep it to yourself.
No, I want us to use that word. What we just, like I said, is the same thing. You know, you probably have to be more patient. Because it's the same thing that we are doing the same thing that you know I've cost people this morning at the beginning when somebody said I created the problem for Igboho, you know, using violence, and I'm asking, hey, my own Igboho, is it a baby? You know, so I've caught that person. So we have to be. So what we're gonna have to do, we have to bring you in one of the programs again like this where we will have more time and we allow people to call in. All right. Well, like I said, all right. All right. Okay.
Like the one you are working on. That's what this is. Oh my God, is
ẹ jẹ́ ká fìyàn sílẹ̀ ẹ má ká kó gbogbo síta ẹ jẹ́ ká fìyàn sílẹ̀ so ká sọ̀rọ̀ later. Let's leave that. We will bring you on the program, like I said, you know, so that you come and talk to us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. I always like to always say it, if you say it's a business, there's nothing in this world today that is not a business, okay? When we have a Yoruba nation country, mo kí ẹ ìyá mi dáadáa, àṣà àti ṣe, good morning, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa. Sherry, until we all start understanding that, do you want a Yoruba country that you will be like like North Korea, or you want a Yoruba nation country that you'll be South Korea? Èwo lẹ fẹ́ nu méjèèjì. Bàbá wa Kọ́láwọlé ní, what is the website? The website is www.rbebanking.org. rbebanking.org. I have an account with it as well. I have it before, and I'm not on the account below. Let me say this. Look, inú ilé mi ni mo ti ṣí my Tide account. And the reason why it's easier like that, it might not be for you, they were in Nigeria, because they cannot verify you. I will have said, go and test it. I don't know about people in Europe, maybe you can test what I'm saying. Tide. Not that I'm promoting it, but I just want us to understand that at this stage you can't. You know how our brother is saying, look, data is where the money is at the moment. Facebook is making money because only guarantee pé òun ní billion followers tó wà lórí Facebook. That means people sọ pé tó bá advertise lórí Facebook, your message will travel fast. Òun náà lórí Instagram, òun dẹ̀ lórí WhatsApp. Maybe some of you don't know. So this notion that ẹ máa fi knocky this rubber, I will not sit here and allow that. Yes, we need due diligence. If it's going to be a scam, oh yes, we must make sure that, you know, we pick Bishop wherever he is, and he will have to come and face justice. But what we need to understand is, when we have a Yoruba nation country, what the government would then have to do is to scrutinize further and then guarantee every Yoruba person to invest in Sibe. Just like the UK government would have to guarantee that my money doesn't get lost in my Tide business account. I hope this is why we are saying that, look, we are no longer in that era. Even when we have a Yoruba nation today, all they would have to do is they would just have to first change that name, First Bank Nigeria, not. It would have to be First Bank Yoruba Land. That is if they still want to continue operation in our own territory. It doesn't matter which of the bank. They will not be able to use the logo Nigeria anymore, as at the time we have our own country. But for now, the reason why you are still seeing First Bank Nigeria is because they are still operating with the, I've just gone and do a Google, CBN Act 1958, ELOCA, a draft legislation for the establishment of the Central Bank of Nigeria. When are we going to start preparing our mind and start setting up a draft of the legislation for the establishment of the Central Bank of Yoruba? There's nothing to stop us from having a draft. This draft was presented to the House of Representatives in March 1958. Nigeria did not get independent until 1960. That means 2 years before the independence of Nigeria, some people sat somewhere and started drafting what will now be the Central Bank of Nigeria today. So any content saying, we are not interested in Yoruba nation. Okay, why not get in touch with Baba Akintoye? Why not get in touch with him? And if anybody wants to call in, you know, it seems that we are still pushing the, you know, the broadcast plus 44 74 04 405 917. That's the studio number. So some of you need to start understanding that we are not joking with a lot of Yoruba nation. We need the accountant, we need the economics. Look, if all this Kadoso, Tinubu, Johnson, if they are helping us to draft the Central Bank of Yoruba, it will be better than what is doing now for Nigeria, because eventually Fulani will do the same thing Tinubu have done to Emefiele. They will probably pick up Kadoso after the tenure of Bola Tinubu and say they are not satisfied with whatever took place then. The same way Tinubu picked up Emefiele, even though they've released him today. So we need to start understanding that. And we need to start trusting each other. Like I said, I have I've opened an account that I don't even know. As long as I've seen the review, it's okay. I open it. And I've been running the Tide account since 2019. Even I was not using it as I'm using it right now. 2019, ni mo ti ṣí Tide business account here. But I am more using it now because it's easier for me, so that when I present my financial year to the accountant, it will just ask for my bank statement. So don't sit and think that Yoruba nation is because we come here, we abuse, we do. No, it's a serious situation. And let me take it back again. As Bishop was talking there about propose, kí ló ń pè ní propose? Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ wá the dictionary meaning of propose. Because many Yoruba people understand it kankan rárá. Because ẹ ti listen sí jagbajantis àwọn jàǹkárí wọ̀ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Kí ló ń pè ní propose? Bí ọba tẹ̀ mọ́ kankan, wàá máa ní I propose to my wife pé mo fẹ́ fẹ́. Ìtàn pè ní propose nìyẹn. And sometimes she can say no. Òun ò fẹ́ for whatever reason. So let's look at the English dictionary for
propose.
Put forward. Kó ìkìlì sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká gba ìkìlì propose ni. Ọmọ Yorùbá lè sọ pé a fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìyẹn la ṣe lọ sí máa pè ní propose. And we had similar thing that was produced
Propose.
during this campaign of Yoruba Nation movement. It is why they call it a movement. I've explained the meaning of movement. It is something that keeps moving. You can move this from here. Okay, this thing has been sitting here. Because they can't see it. Because the camera is not picking it. Ain't there YouTube, ain't there Facebook. But when I move it here now, they can see it now. So, 3 years precisely ago, there was a proposed constitution of Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Proposed constitution of Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. So, can we now say that àwọn tó kọ́ orí wọn pé? Why did they propose? Why did they put it out? So that people can understand that what we are talking about is not a social media conversation. Is a real situation that we are in. And this was forwarded by a group called Yoruba Strategy Alliance. Just like Bishop is dealing with the banking sector, they were dealing with the constitution sector. Talo ma bá wa deal pẹ̀lú another proposed for military. Talo ma bá wa deal pẹ̀lú proposed for navy. Rather than sitting down there and be pointing finger, why not think about proposed for agriculture, proposed for town planning? To propose for the same bishop talked about province. Asọ̀rọ̀ nípa province in Ori. It is easy for you all to sit back and wants to pull somebody down. And we are not going to allow that. We want to be queried. We want you to question. But don't sit back and say, hey, don't say, mo trust it. We trust the family ẹ̀ nílé ló ń kówó fún wọn. Gbogbo tó ní kí family ẹ̀ ṣe nílé ṣọ́ṣe. I don't trust Yoruba people, but you trust àwọn òyìnbó. You think those òyìnbó people are trained. Ó dìgbà tẹ́ bá lọ wo movie The Killer yẹn, ẹ rí pé the guy spent most of his time in a different continent. I'm not going to go into the details. He commits the crime, but he is spending a better life in one particular continent that some of you will come back and come and write the comments. Yeah. And in the version that we're talking about the movie called The Killer, Elewolo in Netflix. I don't trust them. But ẹni tó ń gbé abroad, they want to entrust wọn ni wọ̀ fún anyway. How long will it take in kẹ́ tó gbàwé? Because I'm sure most of you were not born in the UK, were not born in America, in Japan, in Canada, wherever you have your resident status. They say we are Commonwealth citizens. and they disrespect a lot of Nigerians in the UK. How can that be? So let us start thinking. Yoruba Strategy Alliance, Omoluabi Worldwide, forward by Aderemilekun A. Omojola, ESQ, on the proposed constitution of Orile-Ede Yoruba. We dream of a sovereign Yoruba country worthy of our people. The Yoruba Strategy Alliance, AYSA, is a multidisciplinary group of seasoned Yoruba professionals ranging from business owners, academics in various fields from natural science to law practice, medicine, and even the military. Our ranks include Christians, Isheshe practitioners, Muslims, and atheists, all from various parts, Yoruba land and diaspora. Some live in the presidential democracy as a practice in the United States, while others live in a parliamentary democracy such as the United Kingdom and Canada. Indeed, we are a sample representative of the Yoruba people. In the course of advocacy for the Yoruba in July 2021, the Yoruba Strategic Alliance, YSA, filed a meticulous submission at the International Criminal Court alleging that officials of the Federal Republic of Nigeria colluded with the terrorists to commit genocide and crimes against humanity in the ploy to use terrorism as a political tool to coerce the Yoruba into seceding the ancestral land. LOO website me, koikimedia.com. The receipt of the International Criminal Court responding to what they talked here is on that website. As citizens of the forthcoming Yoruba country, we set out to create an equitable governmental structure so that we circulated a proposed draft constitution on August 15, 2021. Olórí burúkú kan wá dé ó pè rẹ̀ ní dúpọ̀ ní tìrì àwọn ilé tó ṣiṣẹ́ títí níbo lẹ fẹ́ fáwọn ilé wa. And that's why I wonder people that we've told this, we have explained this, and then start believing that nonsense that Bajanti's woman, one bastard, 2x2, audio woman, and we like Gboko locally in August 15, 2021, drafted something that is going to be very powerful and useful for every one of us as they proposed. Is it not the same thing that they proposed in 1958? Is it not the same thing? A draft legislation for the establishment of the Central Bank of Nigeria was presented to the House of Representatives in March 1958. I think by independent, they're already preparing the Central Bank of Nigeria. The act was then fully implemented a year before the independence on the 1st of July 1959. Some of you have even never heard about this before. Bank in Igboho in Nigeria. When the Central Bank of Nigeria came into full operation, 1959, 1 year before independence, if it's by Yoruba country, you don't want to prepare the ground, especially for your financial institution, your security. Many of you don't understand what is called a movement. You prepare the ground. So while some people are pushing, working tirelessly day and night, to see how they can, put things together. I want to call this draft constitution. Why do you think that they put it out? So that we have kind of a template. Olori Buruku Dugbe Amadani and Baba Kintoyo on a template. And some of the idiot, gullible Yoruba people follow and say, hey, Baba you on a template. One bastards. Where is anything to conceal gullible people? Just come on the social media. The understanding. To need be the question. Kadailo. Man, Dukbonitiri. Mama Oloma Kongo in Yoruba country. Bomb bastards. Yoruba Strategic Alliance, August 2021. Dúpọ̀ ní tìrì òtí dì nígbà àtẹ̀tí gbòòrò lórí burúkú ẹ̀ ṣó máa náwó gbọ́ bá ń pariwo Yorùbá nation. Where is she in 2021? Yóò lùṣọ lórí burúkú. Come here and be saying Dúpọ̀ ní tìrì ló máa kó wọn lọ sórí kíní àti ìjìnlẹ̀ bomb bastard yẹn. tó ń bú bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho ọmọ àlè. Kí ló ń ṣe ní Turkey tó bá ń ṣe pé wọ́n ṣe drugs? Iṣẹ́ wo ló wà ní Turkey tó ń ṣe? Turkey wà gẹ́gẹ́ bíi country. Idiot all over the place. Àwa jókòó à ń dilute, à ń dissect, à ń ṣàlàyé kan fún yín lójoojúmọ́. Where's that olórí burúkú Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì ní August nígbà táwọn ilé ń draft constitution yìí tó draft ẹ̀ tí bàbá Akíntóyè tó check ẹ̀ tó ní kó wọ́ òkè ẹ̀ present ẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ká sì fi yẹn síta náà. And some idiot ẹ̀yin tẹ́ dá kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ ní màmá wọn mú à especially àwọn tó ń gbé ní àwọn bíi Arab country yẹn wọ́n máa ń pè kan ní kíkẹ́ àbí bíbí ibo nìyẹn ń gbé àwọn tó ń ṣe ṣìgá ló káàkiri olùsì àwọn Yorùbá ó ṣì tá à ń ṣàlàyé ọ̀rọ̀ fún ta ló tẹ̀ mọ́ gbogbo wọn gan sẹ́yìn máa ń pa à ń dárúkọ yín gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ inú social media yín nìkan nínú àárín wa náà nìkan ló wà ẹni kí Ìgbòho kí n pè nísìnyí bá pè bá mi ní ságbé fọ́ọ̀ kí Ìgbòho kó appear lórí program báyìí sí gbogbo social media ló máa burst again láàárọ̀ yìí bomb bastard all over the place eré rẹ̀ pa ń ṣe lórí social media ni yóò lọ ṣe ọmọ kéékèèké tẹ́ dàkọ̀ mọ́ tẹ̀yìn àgbàlagbà wèrè ìlú àwọn bọ̀dé ìjọ tó yẹ kó ti kú dànù kí Ìgbòho lọ ṣe sí bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá ní ṣe lórí burúkú ó jalè wọ́n gbogbo lọ jíwó nígbà tí Jonathan wà níbẹ̀ tó fún lówó tó fún ní gbogbo oríṣiríṣi kan èmi torí pàtí kò wọlé ló ṣe ń dẹnu yànmùyànmù nísìn torí Tinubu ti wà níbẹ̀ ní ṣe bó ní ìbọ̀dé ìjọ ní ọmọ kúrò Nàìjíríà tí Tinubu bá di president olóṣì kí ló dé tí kò ṣe kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ẹ kó lọ poison rẹ kó kú dànù ni àwọn bàbá òṣì ni bàbá tẹ́ ẹni kú rè ẹni kú síbi táṣọ yín wà pọ́n bastard ní gbogbo yín kí ló bọ̀dé ìjọ jẹ́ máa sọ fáwọn pé ká lọ dákẹ́ olóṣì àtijọ́ tí Jonathan ti wà níbẹ̀ ẹ ṣe ní kó pull down constitution ó ti jẹ́ gbà tí Tinubu wà níbẹ̀ nísìlẹ̀ ní kó pull down constitution ṣèbí gbogbo oúnjẹ gbádùn constitution nígbà tí Jonathan wà níbẹ̀ àti Ọbásanjọ́ olóṣì olórí burúkú yẹn ọmọ Ìgbò kò lè dá fún gbogbo yín pọ́n bastard ní ẹlẹ́kàkà díẹ̀ sí nínú constitution tó propose yẹn. As a citizen of the forthcoming wọ́n sọ pé a ti gba country wọ́n ní forthcoming in tó ń bọ̀ Yorùbá nation máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹni máa kú máa kú ẹni máa yé ni ẹni máa kú máa kú ẹni máa yé ni a máa lọ kò sí bàbá ńlá ẹni tó lè dá dúró kò sí bàbá ńlá ẹni náà ni mo sọ ojú ló pẹ́ sí ni àwa rẹ̀ lálẹ́ sí àgbẹ̀yìn bí èèyàn kan máa sọ fún yín pé Yorùbá nation tán ṣe yẹn kò ní bọ́ sí bàbá ẹ̀ ò ní ṣoríire bàbá ẹ̀ ò ní bá wa tẹ̀lé kò ní bá wa délé lérí ṣe à ń gbádùn nínú Nàìjíríà èmi gan wà níta gan mọ̀ ń jìyà èmi wà níta mọ̀ ń jìyà wọ́n respect that shit old passport Nàìjíríà tí bá gbé passport mi lọ sí bank ní ìjọ Monday pé mo fi ṣe account á máa béèrè pé pálí ìlú wo lélẹ̀ Biafra náà ń fẹ́ lọ kí ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ tàbá ti tọrọ Biafra ẹpọ̀n yín ara yín á máa dìde bí ìgbà tẹ́fẹ́ bá yàwó yín sùn yín olóṣì Fúlàní ń gé yín lórí àwọn ọmọ kan lọ kó sínú inú gbónísàn àfi máa show video yẹn ni because mo fi avoid so many of those videos on my program now ẹlẹ́dìí mọ́ àwọn Biafra ẹlẹ́dìí mọ́ àwọn Fúlàní tó ń pa yín tó ń gé yín lórí ẹlẹ́dìí mọ́ Fúlàní lórí burúkú Dangote tó kó gbogbo economy tó kó rẹ̀ sọ́wọ́ òun àti BUA wọ́n tún bára wọn jà bí a BUA yẹn bí àyẹn fẹ́ wà a little bit ó fẹ́ wà okay díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Nigerians Dangote ń ta sìmẹ́ǹtì tó wọ́n nínú Nàìjíríà ó ń ta níta ní tó cheap ẹ̀rí yẹn sọ àwọn Biafra lẹ́ni wọ́n gbalẹ̀ mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ Dangote gbé gbogbo Lagos State ó gbé dání sọ́wọ́ nísìn ìbò lọmọ Yorùbá kí ló ṣe tí Tinubu náà kọrú nǹkan tó ti Dangote kọ yẹn ṣèbí Tinubu lówó lọ́wọ́ kí ló dé tóun náà kọrú refinery tó ṣe jẹ́ pé Dangote làwọn lọ gbé fún ẹ̀yin olóṣì àwọn Biafra náà lẹ́nu máa lè dín mọ́ àtàwọn ọmọ Ìgbò kò ń ṣe pé gbogbo wọn náà dá ṣé gbogbo wa náà làwa náà dá ni àṣà àdáwà náà ta ti ń gẹ́ra wa lórí tẹ́ ń ṣe ritual káàkiri ẹ̀yin olóṣì ẹ̀yin máa lè kí lẹ fẹ́ gé nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ dá kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ́ àwọn tí màá bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ màá ní ẹ ṣátà come back home wèrè kí mo fi wá mú nílé ìlú tó ní freedom màá kúrò níbi tí mo ti gba freedom màá wá jókòó sí ibi tó ní freedom ṣé ti bá ń sọ gbogbo ilé Nàìjíríà ṣé wọ́n ní sójà ni wá bọ́ọ̀sì mi mọ́nu ilé olóṣì ṣé o mọ̀ pé diaspora ló máa wà níta lá máa pariwo èyí tẹ́ wà nínú ilé èyí náà wà máa prepare mind yìí tàbá ti ní ìzòbé ó yá náà nìyẹn 72 hours mo ní tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ ń bọ̀ nílé More than enough journalists have died in the war between Palestine and Israel. More than enough journalists have died between Russia and Ukraine. Ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yé ni. Kọ́lọ́n jẹ́ káwa yé ni. Ìbọn bastard. Àwọn kan gbé ọpọlọ kalẹ̀ ní 2021. Níbo ni ti pẹ́ ní tìrí wà? Ṣé ìjìnlẹ̀ máa náà wọ̀n mọ́ ilé? Jẹ̀bọ́n mọ̀ náà. Idiot all over the place. Gbàtẹ́ pé ẹ lè process nǹkan lórí ara yín. Ní a máa sọ̀rọ̀. A pè Igboho lánàá ìmọ̀ àti wàlátà. Bàbá relax ni, ó wà nù gbalẹ̀. A ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi. More than 30 minutes la fi ń bá lóye sọ̀rọ̀. It's a privilege. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìyàwó àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Mo ní tàwa sílẹ̀ káwa máa fi tó kù. Ìyẹn máa sinmi. Ẹ fi Koiki sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú gbogbo wọn. Ìjọ tẹ́ ìfà ti ń sùn lè ní màmá dìde. Màmá rán yín létí pé bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ fún wa pé àwa la máa gbára wa sílẹ̀. Tó bá ń dúró de Tinubu ló máa gbẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Ó ti dòkú tó mọ̀. Ó ń dúró de Fáyẹmí. Àwọn wèrè gbogbo ẹ̀rọ orí ẹ̀ bó ṣe tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wo Ọbaṣẹ́kì borí ẹ̀ ṣe tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ń dúró de Akérédolú tó síkì bíi kíní kọ́nà fún lálàáfíà ó ń dúró de Ṣèyí Mákindé ẹ máa dúró de wọn ẹ jẹmu yóò yà àwa la máa gbára wa sílẹ̀. As the citizen of the forthcoming Yoruba country, we set out to create an equitable governmental structure so that we can circulate a proposed draft constitution on August 15, 2021. Àìtí ìgbúrò lórí burúkú dúpọ̀ ní tìrì. Olùṣe wa dé láàrin ọ̀sọ́ kan. Ó ní òun lọ́lọ́run rán. No, màláìkà ló rán ẹ̀. Bomb bastard. Ọlọ́run kọ́kọ́ ló rán ẹ̀. Màláìkà gan ló rán ẹ̀. Ìrìn aráàrán, èmi lọ́lọ́run rán. Mi àtọ́lọ́run ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán nísìn. Mi jẹ̀bọ́ Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀ tán ni. Olùṣe. Àwa ò mọ Ọlọ́run, èṣù làwa ń sìn. Bomb bastard. He devil lè ní sìn. Ìwọ ló máa ṣe gbọ́ Ọlọ́run síwájú wa. Wèrè. Èmi lọ́lọ́run. No, devil lè ní sìn. Ìwọ ló kọ́kọ́ máa sin Ọlọ́run. Olórí burúkú dúpọ̀ ní tìrì. Ìwọ ló kọ́kọ́ sin Ọlọ́run. Àwa ò sin Ọlọ́run. Ó mọ̀ pé devil. Cause èṣù àwa la lè ṣù. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló lè ṣù. Èmi ń bọ èṣù. One bastard. Devil lè ní sìn. Èmi àárín olórí burúkú 2x2. Mo fún access sí Skype fún olùṣì. Ó gba details mi. Àṣẹ tó gba ti commission lákò gbọ́dọ̀ kù. Àwa gbé yẹn jáde ó lè ní àti support òun. Òfò ló máa ṣe dúpọ̀ ní tìrì. Ó ní kú síbi táṣọ ẹ wà. Ó kù díẹ̀. Ìyẹn náà ló ṣe lè jáde síta ká mọ́ tó wà. Lórí burúkú sèrè mọ́nú lé síbi kan. Ó dàgbòrú gbogbo ẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn jókòó wọ́n gbọ́pọlọ kalẹ̀. You think ẹ rò pé easy pé láti draft anything? Even if we are not going to take it. Mo kí ẹ ní bullish ẹ̀gbọ́n mi triple DRS. Ẹ káàárọ̀. Mo ti wà náà mi ẹ̀gẹ́ báyọ̀. Ní àárín. No, devil lè mi gbé dání láti jọ yìí olùṣì. One bastard woman. 2021. So, after gathering responses through a constitutional roadshow, the Yoruba Strategic Alliance reconvened exactly 1 year later in August 2022 to review and reverse the draft constitution. In tó ń pè pé àwọn èèyàn ṣiṣẹ́ nìyẹn. Wọ́n kọ́kọ́ gbé draft jáde ní 2021. Wọ́n tún padà lọ review ẹ̀. Ṣebí inú mọ́ǹtì náà ni Dúpẹ́ declare lónà òun declare country fún yín. Ó declare lórí omi. Èwo ti pé 1 year. So what has been the outcome after 1 year? Audio náà ló bá dé. What has been the outcome? Wo ya parí ètò aago mẹ́rin 3 hours sílò. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí so ká tó máa pàdé later. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá máa tún wò ẹ comment síbẹ̀ ẹ bá wa pín kó káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyọmí Koiki. Mo ní èmi ni last man standing. Èmi ni máa ṣí ọkàn yín kúrò lára Nàìjíríà. Tó bá ń rí Nàìjíríà bá wa máa tó tọ́ ni. Èmi náà nífẹ̀ẹ́ nígbà kan. Tó bá ń gbọ́ Nàìjíríà wà á tó tọ́. Passport Nàìjíríà tí bá mu dé embassy kan pé mo fẹ́ gba visa láti London gan. Wọ́n tún máa wò pé ìlú wo lélẹ̀. ṣé Libya lélẹ̀ àbí Cameroon tí bá ní the most populous black nation wá ní ládùúgbò nìyẹn wà màá ní continent kan láfíríkà ò ní British passport passport yóò lè gba visa lọ anywhere pẹ̀lú passport tó gbé dání. Do you know how many Nigerians have been refused visa with the Nigerian passport? Òfin pé gbogbo èèyàn tó ń gbé ní UK ló ní British passport ọ̀dẹ̀. Wọ́n kàn ní resident permit ọmọ tó ń pè ní permit just to live, work, do business. Ìmí ò tẹ̀ tún ní public recourse. So when they want to travel wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ lọ gba visa ọmọ gba visa ni ọ̀dẹ̀. Mo kí ẹ ìyá mi Grace Olúṣòótọ́ ẹ̀yin iṣẹ́ ìjì ni àwa ti wà lórí ètò látago 3 ẹ̀yin máa rí wáìnì kọ́ èmi lọ sùn padà. Èmi ni máa ṣí ọkàn yín kúrò lára Nàìjíríà ìlú òṣìbọn bastard o. 1995 èmi ń gbádùn nínú Nàìjíríà nítorí wọ́n send the pounds wà ní ó tútù worst jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ nísìn. ìbọn bastard máa sọ̀rọ̀ mi abátẹ̀sọ anything má máa sọ̀rọ̀ Dúpẹ́ wàhálà táwọn kan ti ṣe òun làwọn kan draft constitution wọ́n gbé padà wá after 1 year wọ́n review ẹ̀. Let everybody pick something. Mo sọ fún yẹn gbọ́ ẹni WhatsApp group yẹn ẹ mú kọkùn tẹ máa ṣe kò ń ṣe pé ẹ kàn post ẹ máa fi audio sílẹ̀ bàbàbàbàbàbàbà Mr. Koiki ṣe ti gbẹ ká ló máa ní time máa gbọ́ gbogbo audio yìí. Pick something and work with it. Ẹ formulate ẹ̀yin náà ẹ mú propose draft jáde every draft la máa gbà kò sí draft kankan tó máa jùlọ ní group kankan tẹ bá wà ẹ kọ draft jáde pé nǹkan báyìí lẹ́yìn fẹ́ ṣe ẹ mú draft ẹ jáde ẹ jókòó ẹ kọ́ ní Yorùbá ẹ kọ́ ní English kẹ gbé fún bàbá Akíntóyè ká gbé síta sórí social media pé àwọn ẹgbẹ́ báyìí àwọn náà mú draft báyìí wá o àfi kẹ máa post ẹ tún máa post ẹ ní post gbogbo program wa tá à ń ṣe ẹ máa lọ mú program ní program tó kàn wá rárá one bastards wọn lọ sùn jàre gbogbo méje ti lù. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí happy weekend yà play anthem ma mo kíyà mi torí ó yìí máa tú program yìí gbọ́ so mo kíyà mi dáadáa mo kíyà bàbá Akíntóyè sọ fún yín pé láwọn ọmọ tó dá lọ́wọ́ ẹ fi àwa tí wọ́n sílẹ̀ we deal with them ṣẹlẹ̀ àyìnbó tẹ́ fi gbọ́ràn yìí àwa la máa kọ́ yín lórí social media ibà yóò dẹ̀ ṣe Oríyọmí Hamzat ibà yóò dẹ̀ ṣe Kokun Foundation ibà ń ṣe sister wa Yinka TNT ilé tí ń sọ pé òun fẹ́ tán sọ mo gbọ́dọ̀ pa nísìn ẹ̀yin tẹ́wàá mẹ́rin ẹ lọ sórí Koiki Media Instagram a máa parí program náà nísìn anyway kò tó bá kú mo nílé save ẹ̀ mo lè ṣe wàhálà dún 3 hours kì í má rí fídíò mi save so ó ti fi kú ẹ lọ join wa níbi tẹ́ bá ti má rí wọn àti ní kẹ́ máa follow wa ní gbogbo platform a ṣe wà live lórí Koiki sórí àwọn kan ló ń pé omi ló fẹ́ gbé wọn lọ ní Lagos State ọlọ́run ní kó tètè rescue wọn adúpẹ́ fún Lagos State government ṣẹ́ẹ̀rì wọ́n gbó wọn lọ ní ìlú òṣì ìlú bomb bastard kí là ń ké nínú Nàìjíríà tó bá ń ṣe pé yà ẹ̀yin àtúmọ̀ máa sọ ẹ̀yin tún máa endorse àwọn politicians àwa ń bọ́ àwọn politicians ẹ̀yin àtúmọ̀ máa endorse wọn ẹ̀rí pórí yín ò pé kò ń ṣẹ̀yìn ní èèyàn gidi o àwọn ọmọ àlè yẹn mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ tàbá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bẹ́yìn gidi sọ̀rọ̀ so tí bá ń bú wọn tí mò ń ṣe pé yẹn ẹ má máa pẹ́ yẹn mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ àlè Yorùbá là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó dá kankan mọ́ mo ti ń feel gbé mo fẹ́ lọ sùn yẹ lọ sùn play anthem ká máa lọlé. Àgbéga ìgbàgbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi omi bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe àti ìbẹ̀rù àṣìṣe ìṣọ̀kan ìkẹjẹ ìwájú ọ̀pọ̀ yúrò àtòhun ọmọ Odùduwà bọ́ sí ipò ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀ àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Sorry, my sister Eunice. I know I was going to meant to finish 6:30, but you know, it's one of those things. Thank you so much for standing behind the Yoruba. God bless Arewa people. God bless Biafra. God bless Ambazonia. God bless Scottish people. God bless Welsh people. God bless every people that wants to be set free. God bless Yoruba people. Good night. Muki Wenti Lubadan, Alau Baba, and the rest of you. If I didn't mention your name, don't get upset. We love you all. Koiki Media, Udaro.